Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Jason Lowry. You on the Nerds Have Spoken. I'm here with my partners in crime. I got Coco Smooth. I got some Eric Kiki. Do you love me, B? And I got some Mr. Dustmightz. How you guys doing?
Yo, what's happening? Welcome.
Yeah. So, how was your guys' week? How was your week, Eric B?
My week was pretty good, man. This was actually a really trying week at work, just mentally. But other than that, man, it's been a really good week. Just good news after good news. My brother told me he was coming into town. We set up that. I saw him today. My brother, nice. For those who don't know, lives in Minnesota. His name is Steven. He's also a listener of the show. Likes to listen all the time when he takes his dog.
What up, Steven?
That's right. And he listens every week. So I saw him today. Haven't seen him in probably 2.5 years now since we all went up to California. Wow. So it's been a good day, man. Got a chance to eat some good food with him at this local ramen spot that he wanted to try. Nice. He's on Food Network. So really good week. Got some pickups that we'll talk about. Had a chance to hang out with the wife yesterday. We did our Valentine's Day thing yesterday.
Nice, get it out of the way.
That's right, man. That's right. And I'm finally done with that one storage shelf in the basement that I needed to get done so I can throw the walls up. So thank you, God, for that. Hallelujah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Done with that. What about you, Dustmightz, our special guest for the week?
I haven't been doing much, if anything, to be honest with you. I've been on vacation. I've been on vacation. And this is a true story. And this is I sent this to my buddies in the One Too Many chat. I said to them, man, I caught a fucking I'm sorry if I curse a lot. So
no, you're fine, bro.
No, you're fine.
I caught a Charlie horse in my stomach when I was on the couch.
What?
I've never felt a pain like that before. I think my body was rejecting my couch laying for the week. You know what I mean?
Are you sure that wasn't a bad burrito or something? Like...
No. And you get a Charlie horse in your leg, you automatically stand up and dead it.
Yeah.
I never used to know that. And I used to fucking flip around in bed like a fish. I almost killed my ex-girlfriend like 4 times. Because, you try to find that spot and you're flipping around and I'm a big guy and she's a small girl and she used to jump out of bed. Are you okay? Stand up. She used to tell me stand up. So I finally stood up one day and I'm like, oh, it goes away. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
No, there was nothing I could do about the belly. So my body is rejecting the couch. It's rejecting the couch. I got right up and started doing things. I said, I'm sorry. We'll change it up. But yeah, that's pretty much my week, man. Podcasting, music, relaxing, eating, and just I haven't had this many days off in a while. So even though
while you're on that, does talk about your music. You just dropped a new album yesterday, right?
Mm-hmm. Actually, yeah, I dropped it early yesterday. Officially drops today. It's called Adult Music.
Woo-woo!
And it is good. It is good. I listened to it last night.
There's a whole concept around that. If you listen to the next episode of Verbally Challenged, I'm sure most of you guys here listen to the show, and people that are your listeners probably listen to the same show since we're a big family. Verbally Challenged, I get a little deep on why it's called Adult Music. So
nice. I'll definitely
you get to find out a little bit more about that record and why it's called that. So yeah, I love it. It's a nice mellow. It's different than the Beers trilogy. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's no way.
Here's the summer. This was laid back winter chill.
Yep. And it wasn't nowhere near like the emotion that nothing lasts forever. That's basically my life in 20 tracks right there. That's been my life in 20 tracks. When I talk about my music, I get too, but I'm glad everybody seems to be enjoying it. I made some last minute changes the other night. I was up till 3 a.m. tweaking and knobbing and intros and changing track lists, but. Yeah, it went. I think it's pretty good. So it's you can go to my Bandcamp and get it. People know where to get it.
Nice.
It's free. It's free for everybody. So download it, stream it.
It might be free, but give a tip.
There is a tip. I'm not going to say anything. There is a tip jar.
You won't, but I will.
Leave a tip.
I'm not that guy, but I don't like to hide things behind a paywall. You know how I am, but nothing lasts forever was something that I couldn't just. Give to
you can't just throw that out. That was fire as well. Well done, dude.
I mean, the first track, Prelude to an End, the intro track is basically me being born and me dying. If you listen to the way the music is, how it builds up energy and then it just slowly fades out. It's like prelude to the end.
Yeah,
All right,
man.
enough about that. But thanks, man. I hope you guys enjoy it, man. I mean, people just been hitting me up all day, saying they're really enjoying it, and I felt it was something cool to release. I kind of like to release things on holidays, if you noticed.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nice little Valentine's Day gift.
Yeah, a little Valentine's Day. So next project, summertime, I'm only going to do one project instead of 3. It's going to call Back on the Boat. And then
the
fall,
boat series is dope. I love it.
It's going to be Back on the Boat.
Yeah,
And then
nice.
fall time, I'm pushing for Blood, Sweat, and Beers. That's going to be
Hopefully we can bump that during KFCon, man. Hopefully.
So
If there is, I hope there is.
For me, it's the perfect, perfect name of an album for me. Blood, Sweat, and Beers.
Yeah, man. Nice.
Amen to that.
Thanks, guys. I really hope people enjoy it, man. It's just some mellow instrumental, a lot of royalty-free stuff, a lot of me playing stuff, a little mixed in with samples, and a little bit more of a modern sound. And I wanted to make it sound like it was a band. Like, you listen to like the Chili Peppers or something like that, it sounds like a band. Their whole album sounds like it's a band.
Yeah.
So I wanted to get the same sounds and use the same effects and EQs and echoes and reverbs, and keep it like kind of like sounding like it was a
live
by the same guys. You know what I mean? Even though it's got 808s and fucking hi-hats and shit like that, but I'm just trying to tell you young people that an old man like me can still make your type of music and make it better. Make it better.
That's what's up.
Put some emotion into your music, people.
That's right.
All right. Cool. Yule, what about you, man? How was your week?
Man, well, first, this week was my first week as a 43 years old. I turned
Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday.
Happy
That's
birthday,
right.
young
Happy
buck.
belated birthday.
And I'd like to tell everybody first that I definitely made everything awkward on my 43rd birthday. And I would like to let everyone know who's in the know that I'm sorry. And I really wish that we were all in a chat like this more versus the craziness that I started on on our chats, man.
Well, here's the thing.
And here's the funny thing. I'll tell you what's funny, right?
Texting is so different than talking.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
You cannot go by if you feel like something's getting heated or something's going a different way or someone's not understanding what you're trying to say. Take a time out and say, "Dude, I'm calling you."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and here's the crazy part, right? All this time I was thinking to myself, "Oh man, when I go to the next fucking con, I'm gonna have to face an ass whooping from Burgess and a bunch of other people." I'm like, dude, I hope I have medical insurance by then. Because I don't know how to fight well, but I can scream really loud. Help! Help! Help!
It was not that serious, man. Not at all.
It was kind of a good week too, because my team was taking L's all last week. The Clippers went on a 2-game losing streak, and it was bad. And so I was just happy that we were back on a winning, track. So and
That's a good positive note.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I took you guys to win tonight, so we'll see. I need money.
I don't think we will though, man. Because I want us to, but
you guys running the sports book now?
Sports book is legal here in Michigan now, so I put $1 on that to see how it rolls.
Nice.
Pretty much the highlight of my week, you would think it was my birthday and all the stuff that I got, but no, yesterday was actually the highlight because I got to watch a pretty awesome UFC match. If you guys didn't watch it last night, when Kamaru Usman fucking straight right Burns, I forgot his first name, but he knocked him out. It was great.
Oh, really? I didn't get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, it was a pretty.
Thank you
good
for my $75.
You got on it? Oh, nice.
I did. I'll take it.
You guys got to start your own sports book, and when people don't pay, you're gonna have the legs have been broken podcast. You got to send someone out. I'll be on the team to go out and collect. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I may be old, but I still got a little something.
Hey man, as long as you do it in Joe Pesci's voice, we can get this done.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: if you come off enough like this, you don't have to use your hands. You could intimidate by like, this little prick, you give me that money. You said you're gonna lay it. No, you're not laying it. You're not laying it. Thought I was gonna lay it. You.
That's what's up.
So shout out to the Legs Haven't Broken podcast.
And also, I'd also like to thank the chat for bringing me on to making sure that I got all my Gina Carano merch before that shit went up.
Oh God!
I was so happy about that.
$120 just for a Black Series figure.
Flash in the pan, man. Flash in the pan. That'll come dead out. Hype. It's all the hype.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still sad. Don't let this fool you. I'm pretty happy about games, but still pretty sad that shit happened, dude.
I'm sure we'll get into that a little later in the show too, for sure. But is that it for you, Yul?
That's it, brother.
Mr. Lowry, how was your week?
Oh, not too bad, man. Just kind of hung out. Surprisingly enough, I'm back to work finally. It started Wednesday.
Clap it up.
So after a month of not being able to work, so
get back to work, you bum.
That's right. Let's see here. It was a pretty chill week, getting my bearings with everything going on, and a bunch of good guys at this firm and ladies. And Wednesday went there, was great, and then Thursday we had an ice storm, so I worked from home, and then Friday went in, and then, dude, I walk in, they break out the grill, and then, dude, they're doing like burgers, dogs, Italian sausages, all on the grill and everything for lunch. So I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna like it here.
Yo, they gave you a nice little welcoming gift too, didn't they? One of the guys there gave you a nice little welcoming gift. You don't want to talk about it? It's okay.
What do you take into the linen closet or the? Give you a tip. Give you a gift.
No, we'll talk about
it. So long story short, like I'm sitting there looking at stuff, and he has his cooler.
You put him on the spot there, bro.
Not bad. Fuck it. So I'm sitting there. He's like, yeah, I carry all the stuff in. I'm like, all right. And so he's like, grab that cooler real quick. And I grabbed the cooler, and all of a sudden it was unzipped and it started to fall out. And I looked and I grabbed it, and it was a bunch of mason jars. And I was like, oh shit, this dude has moonshine.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Fucking
yeah.
That's that Virginia life, baby.
That's right.
Oh yeah. So I was like, all right. So this is how it's gonna be. He's like, yeah. This is how we roll on Fridays. I'm like, all right. So I'm like, all right. So. Had some good food at lunch. Had a good week so far. The first 3 days, and then can't wait to go back tomorrow. So
congrats, man! Yeah, so you can't wait to go back. Isn't that fucking awesome? I wish I had a job. I can't wait to go back. I couldn't wait to take 2 weeks.
Yo, Dust, you get like what, 5 weeks of vacation? I get for a minute.
I get 4, and I get 1. I try to take 1 or 2 unpaid if I can. So what I did is I took my second week unpaid. Because quarter 2 is going to be super tight, and we're going against COVID sales, and payroll is going to get even tighter. And if I took a sacrifice and took an unpaid week for my people, so I could bring down the payroll percent dollar-wise, and I don't have to cut their hours. You get what I'm saying?
Hey, that's awesome of you, man.
I didn't want
you to do that.
And this is me being totally honest. I don't really talk about that type of shit, with that type of life, my work life and stuff. But I finally got a decent team, and I don't want to lose them because of this dumb shit, because they don't want to slap me another 25, 30 hours a week for my people. So I talked it over with my boss, my general manager upstairs. We ran the numbers, we ran payroll. And I said, well, if I take an extra vacation unpaid, will that balance me out, and will I be able to keep what I need to keep my guys going and my department's running fine? He goes, I don't see why I couldn't do this. Would you want to do this? I said, I'm doing it. We had an extra pay week that last month. I got a bonus, even though with everything I got a good bonus this year.
No, so you nice and balanced out. Nice.
Guys, I'm a single dude. I don't have kids like everybody. I don't have mortgages. I got cats and I got rent. My car's paid off. There's no real overhead. I got all my credit cards down to zero. If I need to make any extra money, I can flip a figure or two that's been sitting here that I want to get rid of.
In a box not opened.
I got a stack over there. Remember how I said I wanted to get rid of the stock room? It's back.
Oh shit!
But no, but honestly, man, I didn't want to lose my team, and I'm not. And don't get me wrong, I never had 2 weeks off in a row. And I said, you guys are okay with me not being here for 2 weeks? He goes, we'll make it happen. Just make the best schedules you could possibly make. Talk to your people, get them all on board, let them know what they're knowing, get the night crew together. And I did that. We had a little powwow, and I told them about I was taking vacation. And then I said, I'm taking 2 weeks. And they all got, but I didn't tell them why, because I don't want them to look at me differently, like I'm making a sacrifice for the team. I just told them that I had to go get some, doctor stuff done and a procedure. Whatever. I just bullshitted. I've been going to doctors, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't want them to come in every day and feel like, oh my God, you're doing this for me, and I don't want any. You know what I mean? I don't want to.
I feel you.
It's my business. I'm taking one for the team. I'm not trying to put myself on Front Street. You know what I mean?
You don't want things to get awkward. I hear you.
Yeah, but for 2 weeks, I've never had 2 weeks, so I don't know.
Yeah, man, you're gonna go nuts.
Dude, I was so bored the other night, man. So bored.
I saw your text or your random messages on Facebook the other night. Like,
you can see when I'm all over. I have these bipolar days where like my anxiety is really crazy, and that's when you'll see me really going nuts on social media. But you could always tell how I am on social media. If how I am, my buddies would hit me up, you okay today? I'm like, yeah, I'm just having one of those crazy, I don't know where the hell I am or what I want to do days, so. But the first week is nice. I said first week I'm just gonna kick back and relax. Second week is when I'm gonna get shit done. So next week there's plenty of things that I want to do here in the apartment. So,
oh yeah,
what's up?
Nice.
Sorry, we totally sidebarred from.
Oh, dude, don't worry about it. It's all good.
This is how it is. I'm sorry, guys. This is how I am. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
dude, don't worry about it. You're good. You're good.
You're good.
That's why I always make the 4-hour podcast. I'm sorry. Get a couple of beers in me.
Shout out to the one too many.
don't worry about it. You're good.
Yeah, Lowry,
that wrap you up for the week?
Yeah, man, that's pretty much it for me. So, oh man,
let's get into Halls. I think Mr. Coco Smooth has something that he wanted to ask.
Yes, this came in the mail because one of our guys in the chat had definitely said, "Hey, this might be the only time you'll be able to get Gina Carano in a Lego format." So yes, I picked up.
Shout out to Jim.
Oh my God! Hang on, man. Let me spotlight you real quick.
Yeah, that does look like her. She's got the chicken legs.
Yeah.
She's at the bottom of the box. Oh, okay, I see. I see. All right.
But yeah, I got that because
the whole head looked like it was on point with this.
Yeah.
That's the only set where she's actually in. And next, I was
Lego.
able. Yeah, I mean, because that was the only Lego set that she was in, and now that she's been canceled, that's the only way I can get her. I didn't really want the ATST, to be honest, bro. I just wanted the
minifig. Minifig.
Yeah.
That's it. Keep the minifig, flip the rest.
Right?
Yeah, it won't take long.
Yeah. And so also for nostalgia, this came in the mail for me. I was pretty excited about that. The Rogue.
Oh, nice.
The
Jim Lee Rogue.
90s Rogue. I know I'm a dirty pop collector.
You've been hitting those pops hard.
You and
What's
some
Gambit?
Gambit?
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Valentine's Day?
Look at
that.
Oh, look at that. You got them together. Emoji hearts.
And the one dude that I cared about in the DC universe other than Nightwing, really, the Red Hood.
Oh, shit. Nice.
Yeah, man, I don't know what my deal is. I'm like wondering to myself, why do I spend so much money on no articulation?
I mean, it just there's something about that. I'm not a pop collector. I only have like 3, and they're on my windowsill in my kitchen, kind of like that's like Voltron, Batman, and Cobra Commander. Kind of like sums me up. But I get it, man. I could see where people enjoy that, and it's cute. It's a novelty, and they're making. They built their own brand and their own look of things. You know what I mean? I get it.
They did.
Unless it's Dom collecting them and we're waiting outside in the cold for him and he has to run back 35 minutes to get a fucking pop.
That's what's up.
I'm going to ask Yule behind him, is that a Viagra bottle like sitting up there on the shelf?
It looks like some Gorilla Glue. Don't do it.
I completely forgot. This is one of the things that I was talking to Jason about for a while.
Yeah.
I picked up Destroyer, the bottle.
You can't really see that. Pull it back some. You'll pull it back. There you go.
There
The
you
way
go. There you
I forgot how
go. Show the back of the box. It might be easy to show the back.
There we go.
Oh,
there you go.
Okay.
okay.
Destroyer.
I guess not.
I'm gonna pull it out,
No.
dude.
Close
I'm just gonna
enough.
pull it out. I'm gonna pull it out for this is
Whoa,
on live.
whoa, what are you pulling
Yeah,
out?
exactly.
All right,
I'm
guys,
pulling
I'm
out
out.
Destroyer.
Good to see you guys. I got the card here. I'm going to say the words now.
What's the word?
Said, I'm
It's,
out.
What are you guys trying to rope me into here? Jeez.
Yeah, no doubt.
Rob's
Welcome to the
magic
Red
word was
Room.
the baby bottle head or something like that, or
So go ahead and describe what to our listeners what you're pulling out.
a vinyl destroyer. There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Basically chibi. I think that's my time in Japan just corrupted me, dude. I think I love all things kind of cute.
What's the fiction on that?
Destroyer?
Is that a kaiju?
Yeah,
Yes.
it is.
Destroyer is
See, I know
basically
something.
one of the 90s nemesis of Godzilla.
Yes,
Gotcha.
it is.
90s Godzilla was
Gotcha.
dope, guys. Like the next
What
one coming
do
in
they
is
call that?
Space
What do they call
Godzilla.
that Godzilla? What was that? The
This-
era of Godzilla was the director or something. The director's name, the Shen or Shang Godzilla. They called
It's
it.
Oh,
what
Shin
is-
Godzilla. That was
Shin,
awesome.
right?
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
it? Is that from that era?
No. Shin Godzilla is a new era starting
It's like
from
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 2000. Yeah,
Okay.
so it's
This was
it's not the Showa because that's the 75.
Just give me the old classic shit. I love the classic stuff.
Yeah.
This came out 94, 95. So yeah, in Japan these were a thing. Like it was huge.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yeah, I love it. Yeah. I was all about this. And I got dude, I'm out of control. I got so many more of these fuckers that coming in through the mail. But their thing is it's coming directly from China or Japan.
Also, you got some time. You got some time.
Who knows,
Oh,
man?
yeah.
Sometimes
Oh, yeah.
I get things quicker from overseas than I do from a local.
Yeah, if it gets shipped DHL for sure, you have it in 3 days.
DHL is the savior.
I'm
Oh,
telling
I've
DSLs
been
are
loving
better.
Whoa.
Whoa!
I'm sorry, what I missed? What'd you
Whoa! That man
DSLs
said
are better.
DS.
I think we can
wow.
all agree on that.
DSL, man. I had DSL
Whoa!
for a while. I got a shot. It cleared up. I stopped itching.
Moving right
Had a
along.
bad case, had a bad case of DSL.
Dust, what did you pick up this week? What about you, man?
A lot of beer bottles.
Picked them up and put them down.
Yeah, I did my curls. This week. I think I mean I got it towards the end of the week, but I got the studio. I've been on that studio series kick, and I got the Grimlock.
Nice.
I got my cup came in and Blur. So I think
that's
the
a
only thing I
pretty
need
cool
left
line.
is Jazz for that. Yes, I did say that, people. I did say that. Hey, look at the beard, man. The beard's looking
Yeah,
like
and you got a beard.
Hell yeah.
this is 8 days. Another 8 years, and maybe I'll start seeing this. I look like Splinter from the whiskers and shit. I use that joke all that time. I'm running that joke, but yeah, I got that, and then I think that's about it, man. It's been kind of a light week, and now that I've been home all week long,
Of course, nothing comes when you're on vacation.
yeah, I go to Amazon. Yeah, exactly. I go to Amazon. I'm not finding stuff. I don't go out much this week, but every time I did, I stopped at Walmart and I went to Target. But there's nothing really retail wise I really want, and there's really nothing that's coming out that I want right now. I'm pretty much at the end of the line, boys. It's just
It's getting close.
swapping
Yeah.
things out here and there. I think I may swap out my Sphinx for the Transform Element. I still have to make sure.
Worth it.
I still have to make the decision of switching Hound for for the fans toys. I haven't even transformed the Hound yet, but I got decisions to make on that end, and
Yeah.
I still haven't opened up my Blur from TFCon.
Oh, shit.
Serious, dude?
It's
Jeez.
Damn.
Well, I don't blame you. I mean, because you want to savor, you want to have something to play with.
I'm always like that, man. It's like everybody that gets shit and they just blow through it, and all right, it's over.
Yeah,
You know?
and the moment's gone, and then you're looking
Yeah,
at the next thing.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
yeah,
for me,
yeah.
it's like if I get in the mood, I have something. Yeah, it'll be nice. It's been a year. It should be on my shelf. Don't get me wrong, but
That's what I was about to say, man. It's been over a year.
I know,
It's
I
been
know,
almost
I
2
know. I'm pretty
years.
tired with that. Well, here's the thing. It's like me and Jose like to do the right out the box videos, and it's like okay, I could finally get the Fans Toys Blur and blah blah, blah, and then all of a sudden I get bombarded with other stuff that's hot for the moment.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it
So
happens.
you kind of want to do the stuff that's coming out that everybody wants to check out.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, gotta keep
but
it
that's
fresh.
it for me, guys. That's it.
That's what's up. Lowry,
nice.
What kind of mini haul do you have over here? Come on, Dust, give me a haul as a brink truck.
Yeah.
Back it up. Bring it in here.
I got a new mouse. That's it.
Oh,
you
man.
That's pretty much it. That's all I got this week.
And
Yeah.
Now, is that one of those Brian Brink mouses that don't click? Or a Pinkerton mouse that you don't hear click? Because we get yelled at when our mouses click.
Yeah.
Clicking.
No, it was kind of funny. So I get to the new job, and then they have one of those split keyboards, and I can't stand those fucking things.
Yeah,
especially drawing and shit like that. No. So I got rid of that shit quick. I handed that back to him. I was like, I'm ordering my own shit. So I got that.
The nerds that want to make it out like there's something special get those.
Yeah, that thing is terrible. I'm not a fan.
So I got that. I got a new keyboard. So.
Oh, nice. That's the wireless one, right? With the backlit reward on it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, backlit keyboard.
I'm old school, man. I do the RGB for life.
Nice.
RGB, baby.
Yeah,
but literally, that is it for me.
Standard
That's all I
stock.
got. So
that's all right. Sometimes it's good to just slow it down a little bit.
You was like Casio.
HP.
look, I got the Transformer watch that
Yo, I had one of those as a kid.
I
My
did too.
granddad
Yeah,
bought it.
yeah.
Those
We
were
all did,
dope.
man.
Yeah, man.
You know
That's
the one
what's
watch
up.
I always wanted to, I never was able to get as a kid. My mother couldn't afford it. Was the calculator watch.
Yeah, those were expensive.
You were on some extra special shit if you had the calculator watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know,
those were expensive as
you
ever,
definitely,
dude.
you definitely weren't getting your groceries on food stamps if you had the fucking.
That's a fact. Like, but what kid do you know had a $50 watch? Like that was an expensive watch.
I had Adidas shell tops with 4 stripes. What the fuck you talking about? You know how embarrassed I was going to school, trying to play it off like it's that
Bro.
new shit.
I'm with you. I was fortunate enough to live in Korea in days when I was, wearing fake ass Nikes and fake ass.
I'm not
fake
trying
ass
to say
Gucci, fake ass.
Don't get me wrong.
Louis.
I'll never trade my upbringing off for anything. If you
No,
can say I
hell no.
can live my whole life over with a golden spoon in my mouth, no, I won't do it. I may be smarter with my hands and shit like that, but you know what I mean? I'm not taking that away because, that made me who I am today or it got me into what I like and I would never know about things if I wasn't brought up the way.
Yeah, man. Fair enough. Yep.
What you
Absolutely.
get?
Put some hair on your balls.
that's right. That's right.
I got some. I got a nice little haul this week, man. First and foremost, I want to start off with my show namesake for the day. I got a bottle of some Kiki oil in. Got a little bottle of that Kiki to help stiffen up some loose joints. Actually, I got 2 bottles, so Kiki does love me. I also got the Studio Series Grimlock with the wheelie.
Yeah. And,
This thing is pretty fun.
Accessory wheelie.
Right, because his legs stiff.
Accessory. What do you think? What
Man.
do you think of it?
I love it, man.
Pretty
for
dope,
it to
right?
be- yeah, man. For it, like,
Mhm.
it's been a long time since I felt this way about any retail Transformer, man.
Same
So
here,
this is-
dude.
this is
Same
perfect.
here. Yep.
This is perfect. I'm all
Yep,
in on the
yep.
the 86 studio line. I'm
And
all in on those.
They finally catching up. They getting it now.
Yep.
They're getting.
Yeah, it seemed like they've really taken into account what we've been saying over the years. So I got that, and shout out to Terry's Toy Store. I think that's it. Terry's TS Club. That's it.
Got Terry's tee up. Yeah, dude. Terry's the man.
Look
Yeah,
at
man.
that.
I got my Magic Square, Crackdown, not Crackdown. God dog it, Wild Rider and Breakdown. There we go.
I'm
But
very,
yeah, they're not
I'm
coming
very
in the box.
tempted on that set, man. I'm very tempted on that.
That's a
set.
fun
Yeah.
set. It really is.
Man, I just know I don't want to go down that fucking. I don't want to do it.
Yep.
Bad enough I'm buying
might-
the Studio Series stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I only went in on these because Minosaur is my favorite combiner, and I want this to be my permanent desk spot. So as soon as all that stuff gets here, I'll combine it and go on the desk, and I'm done. I'm not even gonna take it out the box until then. Also got a couple things. Shout out to Nate Simmons. Many of us know him in the groups. He was having a flash sale on some SH figure art stuff, so I got Trunks, And
Nice.
I also got the coveted Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan.
Wow, look at this
Vegito.
Nice.
He's
Yeah,
not a baller this week. He's a hauler.
Yeah, no shit.
Man, you got to get those deals when you can, man. I only been pulling the trigger on deals, which is great because it's been saving me some money.
Oh fuck yeah, that's the best way to do. When you find someone that's desperate enough to just drop it for a good price,
That's a
Swoop right in.
fact.
Sharks
Yep.
in the water.
That's it. If you want to let it go, I'll take it off your hand. And then shout out to Leon, man. My birthday is coming up next month, and he wanted to give me an early birthday gift, so he gave me his Matty Collector Lionel.
Nice.
Oh,
That's
nice.
Yeah,
That's what's up.
yeah. He got the Super 7 one, and I'll have this to go with the Thunder Tank when it drops. And
Yours-
that's all I
Hell yeah.
needed.
In my opinion, yours is better than the one that Super 7 did, bro. You said-
That's what many people are saying, man. So big shout out to you, Leon. Thank you so much. You did not have to do this, and I definitely appreciate it. But
A
last,
question for you though, real quick.
yes, sir.
Now is this a new rabbit hole now? Is this going to be a potential
No.
rabbit hole? Are you
no,
going to be smart?
have,
You're just going to have rules. You're going to put rules into place.
that's it. That's it. I just need Lionel Panthro, which I think I already have that secured.
see, now you're going.
And I got the
Yeah.
Thunder Tank.
And?
No, I've already prepaid for the
Thunder Tank.
And then you're going to go, I really
He's
need
going to
it.
see it's going to be empty. And then he's going to be like, damn it, I need to get the other
Listen,
shit.
that back thing won't even be open on my shelf. I just need them to, and that's it. That's it.
Next thing you know, there'll be
I'm
a
done.
big diode behind you with that thing with it.
Shout out to Crash Box.
Thundercats are loose.
And then last but not least, I want to give a shout out to everyone in the realm's favorite e-tailer when it comes down to Transformers, Mr. Hanny Agabus.
nice.
There you go.
Penis.
Yeah,
Shout out to Hanny.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Hanny and the Agabus team. I got my second Phoenix, and this is all I need to almost be done with my collection. So I'm
Nice.
almost there. Almost
you
there.
go.
Is that the regular one or is that the one with the pro?
Yeah, that's the reissue that just came out recently.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
saw some
Yeah,
dude
yeah,
selling
yeah.
that in the groups for 700.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I had to stop. I'm like, are you fucking out of your mind?
Gotta be, because you can
Dude.
still buy it on Hanny's website right now.
Let me tell y'all something. I went to a toy store over the weekend and I saw them selling the dinos 1,000 a pop.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Fans
They're going
toys
for almost
are
5,
are
yeah.
going-
Dude, I'm out.
They're going for
I'm
a
out.
pretty
I'm selling
penny.
my Dinobots.
Yep, that's what
Who
when
wants
Jisk found out. That's what happened to Jisk when he found out that the Dinobots are going anywhere between 5 and 1,000. He said, "Oh yeah, they gotta go.
I'm cashing out.
I'm out of here. They gotta go."
Yeah, but he kept going.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
hoping me that I'll
He
hang on
did.
to it for too long.
He's
and
like,
then
if I don't have
it's gonna be
Dinobots,
worth
I can't
nothing.
have this. And if I can't have that, I can't have this. And the next thing you know,
He talked
Look at
himself out of his whole collection.
yeah, you're looking at empty shelves with the rejects left there. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And
Yo,
to
that's
be honest,
a
man,
fact.
I am mad at him, dude, because times is tough. And if you could get money
Mhm.
while you still can, and then invest it in what don't, I forgot what it's the new Bitcoin, whatever the new.
That Doge.
Oh, yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
I would too.
Third party used to be the Bitcoin of the day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's a
Mhm.
fact. You had a
Buy it,
third party figure that was coveted, man.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. But that's it for me, guys. That's it for me.
Flip game strong, man.
Hey, that's
Oh,
a
yeah.
fact. Yep. That's good for me. So you had a question to ask Mr.
That's right.
Dust,
Yep.
didn't you?
So, Mr. Dust,
Yo, what's up?
what time is it?
It's time. Shut up. Clark says, guys, send that money to my PayPal account, Dustmightz.
You got it. The check is on the way.
Shut up, people.
That's right. Yeah. Let's get into it.
The check is in the mail, by the way.
Oh, my God. This is funny.
Oh,
Yeah, so-
man.
So it's been definitely an interesting week this week. So, Dust, if you're not
Say the
familiar,
least.
we go through, we find some of the dumbest articles you can find across the internet. We end up just making fun of them.
Oh, there's plenty of that.
Oh, yeah. Big time. So I'm going to go and share my screen here so you guys can check this out. So you heard about the lady with the Gorilla Glue with her hair and all that, right?
Oh my God!
Puts a new meaning to stuff
So
going.
did you see about the people that are doing the Gorilla Glue challenge?
Challenge.
I'd
Yeah.
like-
Oh no!
And so
Fucking eat it, these idiots.
Oh
this
my
dude, so
God.
he did the Gorilla Glue challenge. He put it on a fucking styrofoam cup. and decided to put it against his lip and hold the cup off his lip, and now the guy's an idiot.
Yeah, because he didn't actually believe that what she said was true, and he tested it to let the world know that she was a fraud.
Was that on TikTok?
Probably.
Except the problem is it did get stuck, and he had to go to the hospital to get it removed, and almost had to have like a part of his lips removed,
cut off because of it. Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I had so many back in the day problems when I was a kid, like making things. Crazy glue.
Right.
Crazy glue will fuck you up.
Right.
Oh yeah.
It will fuck you up for days.
What pisses me off about Gorilla Glue, that glue in general, is that
it's probably even worse.
It works so well on flesh, but doesn't work good on toys at all.
Just add water.
So annoying. But one really awesome thing happened as a result of that lady's incident. There was this one doctor, this brother from I forgot where I don't know if LA, who actually fixed her situation for free.
Mm-hmm.
Her procedure would have cost so much money, and they invented a special chemical that can
like an adhesive remover.
To break it down. Yeah.
So that was awesome. I mean, of course, it was messed up that it happened to her, but.
Hey, if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't have this new compound to break it down. You know,
It's
you got to keep it positive. You got to find a positive in this world.
Listen, I'm gonna just say this, man. If you dumb enough to put Gorilla Glue in your hair, you don't deserve to be with the rest of us in society. You need to be on like this special island.
Dude, I was just gonna say that. We got this island out there for you.
Right.
Get on the boat. Okay, go.
On the boat and get out of here. You are not contributing, man.
You're gonna love it.
Oh my God.
For me,
But
your
yeah.
hair that's serious. You shouldn't have to do nothing. Go through all of that.
And I don't care how in a hurry you are, which was her excuse for using it because she was out of the other stuff.
How the fuck can you get mixed up from Home Depot and a beauty?
It wasn't
supply?
a mix-up. She said she's used it before. You got to listen to her interview on ET. She says she's done this before, but she rinsed it out really quick before because it was just for a 5-minute thing. So good and dang on well you ain't supposed to be using this. But you decided, since it worked that time, I'll try it again this time. And you were gone longer than you expected. And now
she freaked out the first time, and that should have been a trigger to let her know not to do it the next time. But,
man, it's nuts.
Yeah.
Here's a crazy thing though. Like, I didn't know that I thought she was complaining about something else because I didn't realize at the time that she was talking about her whole hair.
All of it.
Because I thought it was just a regular do. I didn't realize that she had super glued her whole because it looked good. I'm not gonna lie, it looked good.
I mean, because that's the look she was going for.
It's super strong hold. Fuck yeah.
Right. But
the messed up thing was Gorilla Glue. When it gets wet, it gets stronger. And she washed her shit 15 times.
Is that it?
I did not know that.
In there, it gets stronger.
Yeah, it gets stronger as it gets wet and more adhesive and everything else. And she kept trying to wash it. It kept getting worse. She said in her video 15 times.
Like it got gooier and shit like that.
Wow. Yeah, now that she'll get a pass on. Like, you may not know that. The average person may not know that. But the average person knows how to put glue in their hair.
Ding, ding, ding.
This one's out of here.
Okay.
Jesus.
We'll be okay. We'll be fine.
I'm just wondering how she didn't get that shit in her eyes when washing her hair.
No,
like she's probably permanently stuck. So
the way the story explains is that her eyes were huge, right? So to begin with, but the way she explains the story is that she ran out of the stuff and she needed to go somewhere real quick, and she used that. Right? She was gone for hours, so this stuff had been sitting for hours, getting harder and harder and bonding more and more, and then she goes to wash it out, and then that's now, according to Lowry, that makes it worse and worse. Like, oh my god, this is all jacked up all the way around.
Oh yeah.
But thank God she was able to get it out.
A week or longer? Oh gosh! Imagine the pain. Imagine the pain of your head. Like
everything that I tell people, everything you could fix everything with Looney Tunes. All she had to do was wait for it to fucking dry. Go, ping! Put it all off. She would have been fine.
Oh my god!
That's
That
the
is
way
so
I
crazy.
face my life. Everything's Looney Tunes. You know, if there's a rake on the ground, step on it. It's gonna hit you in the face. It happens.
This episode is
yeah.
brought to you by Acme.
I got anvils in the closet. I got a bat suit and rockets.
Dude, speaking of more like crazy shit, like, did you guys see that that lawyer that got hit? He was actually in a meeting and
Yeah.
a fucking cat filter got stuck on during the meeting.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was hilarious. That was hilarious. He was like, I promise you, I'm not a cat. I am talking to you live. I am not a cat.
Dude, I just couldn't take that shit serious.
I just wonder how
I
this
heard
shit
it.
gets out there. How does this shit get out there, man?
Bro.
I don't
Zoom
know.
filters, I guess, man.
Dude, he goes, I'm
Yeah,
not
like,
a
how does
cat.
it get shared?
I want to start using Zoom just for the cat filter.
Oh my God. I'm here. I'm not a cat, says the lawyer. And it's a lawyer, too. So how can you be like, take this dude serious? Like being a lawyer and he looks like a
I can
cat.
see that.
If we're fucking with it, and he didn't know how to turn it off. I don't know. I guess that would be
Oh
it.
my God.
Maybe his
Oh,
I'm a
kid.
yeah.
cat person too.
Can you just imagine he was doing like some sort of rebuttal or something like that, like virtual court, and that shit popped up?
Yeah.
or
What do
something?
somewhere?
Oh my God.
Dang, that is crazy, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah, let's get
continuing
into that
on, did you
Felicia.
see? But continuing on, did you see this fucking shit? Oh my God! I was going around posting this shit to everybody, and they were like, "Is this true?" And I'm like, "You're an idiot if you
No.
believe it."
Yeah, I couldn't tell, man. I'm like, please tell me this ain't
Dude,
true.
there's this like dumb article, and everybody goes, "It says Disney announced Cara Dune will now be played by Amy Schumer."
Well, you know what? They will believe it. Fucking people.
Dude,
Shit.
the Photoshop
Lowry
is,
fault.
is so fucking crazy, like on
I
this
hate
thing.
that woman so much. Fucking.
Who, Amy Schumer?
Yeah. Oh, she's a hack, man. She's a joke stealing hack, man. Oh, sorry.
Oh my
Yeah.
God!
I feel you, man. A lot of people don't like her comedy, her stand-ups.
No, her stand-up comedy is everybody else's comedy because she steals everybody's
Yeah.
joke.
Like Carlos Mencia.
Oh,
He's up there with Carlos, man.
Mhm.
She just doesn't admit it. She makes fucking excuses for herself. But
Oh yeah.
sorry.
All good. All
No, you're good,
man.
dude. You can cuss. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, man.
So
It's all love here. All love.
so
All right.
here's,
Go ahead,
here's
Yul.
so here's the problem. I mean, I'm obviously I'm kind of disappointed in all of that because I like the character. The problem now is like how logistically it sets back whatever it is that Favreau was planning to try to get, to
Yeah,
happen.
because she was supposed to be in a whole movie, right?
Yeah, like she was supposed to have the
Figure
whole
it out.
the Republic, the whatever, the Knights or the not Knights, the Rangers of the Republic.
Rangers of the Republic.
Yeah. So I don't know. I just
Hopefully now we'll get more Bill Burr.
I wonder what kind
Dude,
of
I
like,
love that character.
More Billy Burr.
I kind of wonder what kind of internal drama is going through all of that entire situation. Like Favreau's like, dude, you guys didn't need to fire her, or maybe I don't know, or maybe he did say, who knows, right? But if I imagine Favreau like I imagine Favreau, because he gambled on Martin and Robert Downey Jr. to play Iron Man, even though the industry said don't do it.
Yep.
They all,
Mhm.
and look, it all paid.
Scarlet letter on him. Don't do it. He's got a bad
Yeah.
back. But I think if it wasn't for that, we wouldn't be talking about it right now. To be quite honest,
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know
That's a true statement.
it's a different franchise, but these franchises grew because of basically what the MCU was doing with that. But she had the Scarlet Letter too for a while, and they were just gunning for her, and they were just waiting. They just waited for the next thing, and that was it. So they probably had an escape plan, and they probably did have a way, just in case. I think they would see something like this coming. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Backup just in case.
Yep, everything, dude. Man, it's a backup for backups.
I'm one of those people who like to think that I stand on a bunch of principles. Like I thought it was fucked up and I should take a stance. But the truth is, I think I'm lazy, and I'm too lazy to even unsubscribe to Disney Plus because it takes too much effort to do so.
You got to click that.
Like
you gotta
that, and I'm like, I don't know, man. Plus, on the same token, I'm also very curious to see how my curiosity is grand. I'd love to see how Disney and all these people fucking juggle this shit. the drama of the logistics.
Yeah, but before we get too deep into that, man, let's take a brief moment, man, to give a shout out to one of the guys we know in our community. His name is Arvin Christopher. Many of us know him. He's in the rock for sure. Avid collector of toys and sneakers. He just beat COVID, man. So I just want to give him a big clap up for that. Shout out to you, man.
Shout out to him, man.
Thank you for updating us every day on your Instagram story and your Facebook story. It's been a pleasure to see your journey. Thank you for giving us the updates, because many of us, once we found out, we were genuinely concerned. But you never want to inundate anybody with a bunch of messages while they're dealing with health concerns. So thank you for giving us the updates, man. And we're glad that you're back on your feet, so to speak. I know it's a struggle still, but we got you. Definitely thoughts and prayers, man, for sure.
Speaking of thoughts and prayers, did you guys see? Share this shit.
Is this weird?
Dude, ever since they changed this shit on StreamYard, it's like fucking up.
You're gonna bring us down now? What are you doing?
No. So did you see Mary Wilson from the Supremes passed away?
Yeah, man. This, like, as somebody who's from Detroit, this is a big one here. It's very similar to when Aretha passed for us locally. She is one of our hometown heroes, one of our homegrown entertainment stars, part of the Supremes. They were highly successful, one of Motown's, if not, I think their most selling artists on their label, man. But she lived a long life. She lived some time, and she still always, when she was here, would always make time for people here in the city, man. So she'll be missed for sure.
Oh, yeah, it's a legacy.
Yeah, definitely.
Legacy.
Yeah. They've influenced much of music to this day. I mean, Dust, I'm sure you could speak to that, man. Like,
sure, of course. It's a lot of samples being used from that era, and especially from them. We don't rat people out for their samples.
Yeah, this is gonna sound.
Samples?
I'm sure you could Google that.
This might sound so out of pocket, guys, but man, in that photo that you guys got out of, with her right now,
she banging, ain't she?
Dude, she can get it. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, she had to be, and right there, she had to be at least like upper 60s.
Gentlemen, Coco Smooth.
Man, I'm telling you, she still had it going on, man.
How old was she?
Yeah.
How old was she passed?
I want to say she was 70 something.
Was she like 70 or something like that?
Something like that. Yeah.
Man, she don't crack at all.
Yeah, she still had it, man.
Mm-hmm.
She said she died at 76. Yep.
Okay, that's close. Yeah.
But damn.
But, here it is, guys. We're getting to our age where a lot of these people that we grew up with or were something big when we were younger are now getting to that age where they're just happening to get, now it's time for them to go. And that's why I'm seeing like all these, like, remember Hollywood really didn't start booming until like the 50s and 60s, and music really was there, but it wasn't booming until, like, you know what I mean? That whole 50s, 60s era into the 70s was really when media was really booming and really going big. And that's when the stars were coming out. And I know I'm a little older than you guys, but we all know that this is when people that we grew up with, or we get, or our parents knew, we're fans of. It just happens. Now it's the time, man. So it stinks, and we're gonna see it every day. But it's been a lot. It's been a lot. But you just got to realize, man, it's the end of the road, man. If someone abruptly dies at 47 or 52, you like, oh fuck. MF Doom passed away. He was. You know what I'm saying? It's like, holy shit! I still don't think he's dead. I think he's doing this as a ruse, but that's just me. if you know Doom, you know how it is. But when it's like 70, 80, I mean, it really does suck. You're like, oh fuck, 96, motherfucking 96. I would.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? 90.
You lived a long life. Lived a long life.
I'm not trying to put a spin on this at all, but you know what I mean? It just
but that's a good spin.
It puts a perspective.
We're going to see a lot more of this. You know what I mean? Every day.
Yep, that's a fact.
There's only a certain few that are going to bother me. Like De Niro goes, walking.
Oh yeah.
Pacino goes.
Walking.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude.
And they're all getting there, dude. They're all getting
there.
They are.
Which means that I'm that much closer to following those motherfuckers. Man. That's why I get whenever those pass away, I'm like, oh man,
dude, it's like I do the math sometimes in my head, and I'm like, I get scared. I personally get scared. I'm like, dude, I know I'm not gonna make 80, and I'm like, all right, if I get another 15, and I'm like, I just did 15 like nothing, and they did, whoa, it's coming.
Yeah.
Dude, guys, I know that Eric must know about this, right? But here's the thing: since I'm one of those those cats that don't have cable, I don't see things every day like I think I should.
Yeah, I don't
But
either.
so here's the thing: like sometimes when I catch news, I notice that some of the people that I watch in the news, they're getting older too, and it's freaking me the fuck out. Like Mel Kiper, he's starting to. I was like, wait, you're supposed to have the nice. What's going on? You know?
That bald spot's getting bigger, right? His hair's getting thinner. Yeah,
and
nails getting up there.
And those two guys that are on ESPN, Wilbon and other.
Pardon the interruption.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You could tell his face starting to shrink and get thing. I'm like, oh man,
Tony Kornheiser. Tony's losing weight too, man.
Yeah, they are.
For a minute, I was hoping he wasn't going to announce that he was sick because he was getting really thin in the face. I'm like, yo, I hope that's just a health thing.
Yeah, you're like, was he sick? Everybody thinks that's the first thing. Is he sick? Is he sick?
That is the first thing. That's a fact.
And what's his name? Keyshawn Johnson's starting to blow up like Busta Rhymes.
Oh yeah.
He getting that I don't play football weight. I don't play football no more weight.
Busta got huge out of nowhere.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
One minute he started getting diesel, and you're like, man, Busta's neck is like this big when he cut the hair off. He looked like Godzilla's neck. and then the next thing you see, I'm like, whoa, what's happening here? He's getting to Bus, right? Bus, what are you doing?
I said, some of my heroes who I think I'm closer to the same age as, like DMX. When I saw him starting to grow,
dude, he got old as shit looking.
Yeah, he got popped in the belly, bro, like that. He got the pop belly for real. But I'm glad you guys brought up music, man, because that brings us to our next area here.
Hey, segue.
Yeah, man.
Segue.
What's really cool is this movie just dropped here on Friday on HBO Max. So if you don't have HBO Max, it's probably a good time to go ahead and get it because there's a lot of good blockbusters that are in the movie theaters and also on HBO Max at the same time. But the name of the movie is called Judas and the Black Messiah, and the soundtrack to this movie is a banger. Like, we
got the list. Shout out to Verizon.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, shout out Verizon, $30 a line.
Are they paying you guys? Get that shit out of here, man.
That's a fact. Give me my 5 cents.
Yeah, no shit.
Yo, but there's a lot of different artists on here. Jay-Z and Nipsey Hussle have a song. I mean, clearly you can tell that
it's more modern.
Yeah, but they do have a score on there. You can get that as well. It's about 28 tracks, which is still pretty good.
Here we go.
This is the inspired soundtrack, which is pretty cool, man. Like they're talking about stuff that's going on in the movie, but on a modern day take, man. So you got the Nipsey.
How do you guys feel about that? Like if it's a timepiece, it's set in the past, it's supposed to be in a certain time, and they put modern music over it. Doesn't it like kill the whole vibe or the whole feel of what the movie's about? Honestly,
no, but these songs aren't played in the movie.
Oh, they're not played in the movie.
No.
Oh, it's a soundtrack that's
this is just inspired
by.
Okay, my bad. I take it back then. But again, how do you guys feel about that?
It throws me off sometimes.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. If it's a timepiece, give me that stuff.
And it's got modern music in it. It's just like
I think if it's newer artists that do timepieces of music in that era that new artists now do it to then I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm with you on that.
You know what I mean? So,
for example,
it's like watching a gangster flick from the 60s and it's got some fucking modern hip hop track in it. It's like,
right. Yeah, you can't.
I don't know about that. It's a little.
It just doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
It's weird because I'm like torn. Like when I watched Peaky Blinders, I thought some of the modern music made sense.
They put that in. That's on my list to ever get into. I tried watching
I love Peaky Blinders.
The first episode I couldn't get into, so I picked up something else. I had to keep it going, but I hear it's a really good show. I just haven't found time to get back around to it. But you make a good point, man. When it comes down to like timepieces and this, that, and the other, and I actually want to ask you this question. I'm so glad you're on this show. When you were coming up, and we're not too far apart in age, but yes, like you said, you're a little older. When it came down to people dropping like #1 hit albums or like greatest hit albums, how long in their career did you start to see stuff like that? Now, from my recollection, I think it typically happened at least 5 to 6 years after you retired from making music on a regular basis.
You had to at least have 3 albums in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come out with the greatest hits. And hip hop wise, I started listening to hip hop in '83. Nobody was making greatest hits because nobody knew where the fuck hip hop was going.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't start seeing that shit until like the '90s. Like Public Enemy had Greatest Misses.
Mm-hmm.
They came out a record called Greatest Misses. A couple
I remember that.
were hits and some things that weren't released. And then you know, like you don't really see like a lot of hip hop groups coming out. Cold Chillin', the label Cold Chillin' did that shit because they were trying to make some extra revenue in the '90s. So they remastered like some of like Master Ace, Cool G Rap, and stuff that was on the on the Cold Chillin' label. And those guys never saw a dime from that. That was just Cold Chillin' getting paid. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, like I said, my whole life was mostly I'm mostly hip hop based. Even though I do enjoy large quantities of music of different types of music from different time eras. It was always thinking going back to like older artists. It was always the cash grab. If the label was hurting, the label needed some money or needed
out your number ones.
If they needed some money to push a new act and they didn't want to take their money and like risk it and invest in it, they just all right, let's take Blood, Sweat, and Tears. We'll do a best of album. Let's do a new best of 10 tracks, Blood, Sweat, and Tears, and then throw it out there, and the money that'll make will fund it. Because that was back when people were buying records, you know what I mean? People buying units. You know, so that'll fund us for the for that project, you know. So they're not.
So I asked this question because The Weeknd just put out a #1 hit, greatest hits album, and it shocked the heck out of me. Now, this is no knock on his music. I actually really enjoyed the album. However, I'm like, bro, like you've only been out for like 5 years.
But it's not 5 years, it's 10. That's why I was like,
exactly. And that's what shocked me.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was like, yo, you've been in the game for a minute. And then when you start looking at the track list, it's like, oh, that was a hit.
Well, yeah,
that was a hit.
And a while ago, now that I think about it.
Yeah, and it did stay on the top 10 on the Billboard. But I was just so surprised because he's still making music. Dude. And consistently. It's not like he's making music, he's taking a break. He drops something pretty frequently. I mean, based on our standards nowadays. So I just thought it was a shock. And so I wanted to get your opinion, being that you're really into music just as much as I am. And I was just confused. I couldn't understand it for the life of me.
How long has this been a guy? I mean, I've probably never heard any of his music, to be quite honest with you. You know how I am with
you've heard a song or two. You just probably
I like modern music on a different level. I listen to like Griselda, you know, and more like underground type hip hop. But this I probably never. I know he was in Uncut Gems.
Okay, because
I know he was in there, but I other than that, I don't probably never. I don't listen to the radio anymore, dude. Spotify.
What makes Weeknd special, in my opinion, and this is just obviously my opinion, is that he sang a bunch of really dark fucking songs.
Is he a singer?
Yes.
Does he sing?
Yes.
Is he a
singer.
rapper?
Yeah,
he's a singer.
Or is he like a Drake who does both?
No, he mostly sings. That's
Drake
like
does both, right? Drake does both.
Yeah,
Drake
to an extent.
He's like less popular.
I can do it.
I would say that he would, if I had to equivocate him to somebody.
Whoa! Big word.
Big word.
Equivocate.
He's Michael Jackson without the popularity, the same or charisma. You know,
I can see that.
Yeah,
I can see that.
And or the dancing.
He's Michael Jackson without the filter. Is what he is. Because Mike, there were certain things that he wouldn't touch, but then he did Dirty Diana, and it was like, oh, Mike can go there. Yeah. He's been doing this since the beginning. Like he had songs about sex, drugs, and rock and roll. Basically, like he's the rock star of modern R&B.
So my question is on this, like his greatest hits, did he drop it right around the Super Bowl?
He sure did.
Yeah. It was all calculated, so it makes sense. Yes.
Yep.
Someone needed some extra scratch, so they kind of dropped that real quick, just like Dustin.
I'll be back in a minute, guys. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's all good, man. All good.
They're catching up to me.
But yeah, no, it's Weeknd was special to me because his music, you know, scratched a part of my soul that made perfect sense. Like the things he sang was clarity that I needed when I was younger. Like I always wanted. I was like, where were you when I was young? Because I felt like I could relate to a lot of the really crazy shit that the really dark stuff that
you're like, I would have been fucked up now, but we had fucking R. Kelly and shit like that back in the day. Like, no, but his music is it's pretty good. Like I mean, people like this, like him, Bruno Mars, like people like that, music like that, dude. It's feel good type shit, but sometimes it is kind of dark. And
same with Bruno. You're right. Bruno does the same exact thing.
Yep.
That I think about it, he does have a lot of sappy, sad stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Which I like, by the way. I do enjoy.
Dude,
yeah, I love that.
And it, like the nieces, like our nieces and nephews, dude. They start like my nephew, like our wedding and shit like that, dude. I mean, Burgess remembers they started playing Uptown Funk, dude. They were going nuts on the dance floor.
Nuts. Them kids were going, boy. going, man. Yeah, man. So I was just confused, man, and I just wanted to make sure, like, it's not just me.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Me, when I was because what happened was in my mind, I was like, okay, so that Weeknd's album must be on sale because it's Super Bowl, right? So I went to Apple iTunes to see if it would be on sale, right? And sadly, it wasn't. But I noticed the same thing you did. I was like, greatest hits. I'm like, holy crap! Wait a minute. And I was like, oh, wait, yeah, it's been a while.
He has been out.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm like, man, and so I started to think about my mortality and all this other stuff. 43's coming next week after the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh, no. That much closer.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Oh,
shout out to the Super Bowl winning Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Yeah, you know what? I that was a hard Super Bowl for me to watch only because obviously as a Chargers fan, KC is a divisional rival, right? But I also love watching Mahomes play, but I just hate the team winning. They
didn't show up, dude, at all.
Yeah. I can
imagine. It's hard to show up when you miss your. Look at Dust. It's hard to show up when you don't have some of your starting O-line. You know what I mean? That was tough.
And even some of the things that he did was spectacular. Like when he was full vertical,
Yeah,
last
he
minute
threw that ball side on.
That John Woo shit. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
If only they got caught, it would have been epic stuff. But yeah.
Right, but under normal circumstances, we all know that's a dumb pass to make, Mahomes. Don't do that no more. Not
Still
smart.
Beautiful though.
And he almost.
He did some pretty crazy shit in the game, but like,
he was balling out. He tried.
Oh,
He tried.
Yeah.
A lot of people were hating on the Weeknd's performance too. By the way,
they were.
It wasn't that good though. I mean, to be fair, like his opening act, that dude looked like he was the stiffest thing in the world. I'm like, dude, would you put your glasses away?
Wasn't Jennifer Lopez and Shakira supposed to be with him in that live performance?
They were there last year. It was rumored that he was going to bring out Ariana Grande because they had a song together, and then that was just it.
The problem is it's a COVID world, so I didn't expect much from that at all. So,
but the choreography, how crazy it was that they had all that chaos going on in that room, and then they brought it back to order. I thought that was pretty dope. I thought it was pretty funny that all the memes with people wearing underwear on their face with that bang jock strap out there looking like Tom Hardy. What was that about? Three's company. Oh man!
Oh my god!
Man. I love it when I stack everybody to the side. I call it the D12 cams.
Yeah. I never thought of it that way. Oh shit!
Hey guys,
nice.
Well, looks like we about to go back to the D12 cam now.
D12 cam.
Hey, don't worry,
So, Dustin Diamond, better known as Screech, just passed away of lung cancer.
Jesus, guys, killing me.
I know, man. I know. But we got to talk about it, unfortunately. It sucks, man. 44 years old. He still had a lot of life to live. And to die from lung cancer, it sucks. Yeah. But, Streets, he's had some ups and downs in life. And I'm glad that he started to come out towards the tail end.
With him, with when you usually hear like lung cancer, you hear it like people that were like adults
smoking
in the 50s and 60s, that era. Lucky Strike.
Proven.
I call it the madman era. You know what I mean? Adult music era. You know what I'm saying? It's like really you think of it. You don't really hear it with young people that much.
Right.
So but you never know with cancer, man. I'm not saying that the only reason why you get lung cancer is because you smoke cigarettes. I'm not saying that whatsoever, but you do see a lot of. I mean, my nana had her voice box. She had the trach pulled out.
Oh no!
Oh whoa!
Yeah. My whole life growing up, my nana, she had a hole in her throat. You know, she had it covered, and she talked like this.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But I heard stories about like the day she got brought out of her operation. She grabbed a cigarette, started smoking, and the smoke was coming out of the hole and shit like that.
Oh God!
Yeah, these are stories, and this is why, guys. With that, my mother, the way she smoked, and the way my grandfather died of emphysema and all that. This is why Dustmightz never fucking picked up a cigarette. You know what I mean? Just in this.
Amen to that.
And if that's what
I
you do, it's on you, man. I'm not saying to change your lifestyle or whatever, but you know, never despise it, hate it. But if that's you, that's you. You get me? You know what I mean? Try to be that.
Yeah.
Try to walk that line.
Yeah, dude.
I
I'm
haven't
picking up what you're
smoked
putting down.
since 2012. I'm smoke free, and I'm happy that I.
Good job for you, Big U.
Congratulations, dude.
That's what's up, dude. That's
Believe
what's up.
I
Man.
do believe it's a lot of people say just quit. No, I understand how
It's
it is.
not easy.
It's hard. I got fat like real quick after I quit smoking. I blew up real
You'll
quick.
blend in with the rest of us, right?
Again, buddy. Dude, then they start thinking like, you know, a lot of people think that way. Well, I was a lot skinnier when I smoked. All right, so what are you worried about? The weight killing you or the smoke killing you? You know what I mean? It's a race. Which one would you rather have? You know what I mean? It's just
The sucky part is at the time when you're young doing this, you're not really thinking about the long-term stuff because you're just looking at what's going on at that very moment. The comfort of the nicotine rush and the culture that goes with it.
Fuck all that. The funny thing is my sister started at 21. And I said to her, I said, look, you just saw what the fuck happened. We lost both our grandfathers. We lost a grandmother. You see what we have to come home to. My mother smoking 2-3 packs a day. The way it's on our clothing, it smells, it stinks. It's just, and I said, and you're going to pick up a cigarette at 21 because you hanging out with a different crowd? You want to be Johnny Badass in 9th grade and hang out in front of the school and smoke and not inhale and look cool. I get
Guilty.
it.
I was that dude who did it. We started at
21.
At 21. Yeah,
I started at
that's an
college.
odd habit to pick up at 21. That's a very odd habit to pick up at 21.
You pick up in high school and shit like that because you're Johnny Badass, you know? I'm gonna put the pack and roll it up in my sleeve.
Shout out to Skullface telling us bathroom stories. That's what's up, man. Yeah.
Hey,
Speaking of segues and
we
Mr. Skullface,
we just really stepped all over Screech. We said, "Fuck you."
Yeah, fuck Screech. No. Dude, that's crazy. But one thing I did forget to say is that I actually did get to see
How did I get up here?
Mr. and Mrs. Skullface this weekend.
Yeah, man. Yep. We should have put that in community news. That was a miss.
Yeah. Nah, it's all good because we're trying to let a lot of people know. But yeah, a bunch of us got together and
I saw his post, man. He was speaking.
Dude, I was the videos that Bethany had taken of him, like, dude, it was speechless.
Not saying that I'm happy that she took a header, but that was funny. That was
really she would. So here's the funny part, and she's gonna kick my ass for saying this. So she was sitting there, and I was standing there. Bobby was on the floor. We're pulling everything out, and then so she's sitting there holding my phone.
Whoa.
So, yeah. So she's sitting there looking at the screen, and she's like backing up, and she steps on the bubble wrap and goes like heels in the air, like still recording. Like it was funny as shit.
Tell her I said that was class. She did.
Yeah. We just saw it. She's gonna kill me if she hears me saying this. But
there was no tears. I'm gonna talk to Bobby. Where's the tears, man?
he was choked up, dude, and loved that guy to death. Oh, dude, she's giving me the evil fucking eye right now. She's looking at me, fingers.
There goes Valentine's Day.
Oh yeah.
I guess you're hanging with us.
Oh, there it is.
Oh no!
She threw a shoe.
You got George Bush, dude.
Just gonna get that book
man!
Right. No, but Bethany was definitely a trooper. Love her to death. She and happy Valentine's Day to her. Valentine's Day, everybody. We record on Sundays, so. But yeah, it was definitely a momentous occasion going there and dropping it off to him, and love that dude to death, man. All you guys.
Yeah, man. No doubt.
But now to change the subject.
Oh, let's get into it.
Let's get into some Gina.
Oh boy.
Yeah. Got to get into it, man. So let's start with our special guest first. What do you guys think of this? Let's start with you, Dust.
Like I said, man, you know, I'm a very big believer of freedom of speech. But when you're in a public eye, you do have to kind of tone it. And she's been warned a couple of times. It sucks, you know. I never really liked the character anyway, to be clear. And the guys just gave me a lot of shit because they really dug her, and there was just something about her I just didn't like. I didn't like her acting. I just didn't like her as a character on the show. You know what I mean? It just something to me. It just didn't work. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Okay,
it got better.
I got you.
Able to. This was back when there was that one episode where they had to save the
village.
Yeah. That around that time.
But the 4-man 7 samurai.
Seven samurai.
Right.
Exactly. Not the spaghetti western story. It's the 7 samurai. Right. But, yeah. I mean, it sucks, man, and you know, it's kind of sucks that Twitter rules the world in a sense. You know what I mean? Especially for someone when you're in a public eye. But when you're also in a public eye and you're being paid by a company, and
you gotta be careful.
You know what your company standards is. That's why I don't go around, you know, throwing out the company that I work for. I'm in a public eye. I do a lot of things, you know, a very small selected group of people, but I try to keep that to a certain, you know, level, because I don't want my boss to say, "Oh, well, what's this?"
Oh, you know, yeah.
Bringing me upstairs and like playing me, going, yo, fuck you, fuck that drinking. You know,
Uh-oh.
And
looks like Bert just got disconnected.
Well, he just said, "Fuck you, Dust. I'm out." But,
yeah.
But you get what I'm saying. Like when you're working for a larger company, you have to make sure that even though you're not on the clock, you have to always represent that company, especially if you want them giving you that paycheck. You know, and I'm a big stern believer of freedom of fucking speech, man. You know what I mean? And you know, I saw what she tweeted, and I see what the outrage is. But man, and again, it's always they're bringing the politics into shit, man. Get the fucking politics out of there, and then people can things on a clean slate. You know what I mean?
There he is.
Piss you off, bro?
No, you're good, man. I can go on, brother.
And we were just like, he's out. Fuck you, Dust. I get what I'm saying, and that's why. I mean, it sucks that she's gone. I'm sure they got a fucking way to work it in. You know, it's gonna be season 1. There's gonna be a fucking starship that explodes. She was on it or some shit, and it's over.
Yeah.
Credits.
I think her problem really was that she bought into the cult of her own cult of personality, like because she decided to become a movement instead, and it cost her job, I think.
Yeah, well, because you know she got away with the first two, and she's like, "Well, I'm going to stand up, and this is how I feel," and great, you have every right to. But like I said, when you are employed by a company, even though you are not on the set, you're not being recorded, you are still someone that represents that company. Yep. Whether I agree with what you say or what you don't say, but if you know the way the company is and the company's turned, and I get it, freedom of speech, and you want to do your thing, but you want that paycheck to come in, you got to think a little bit. You're in a public guy. It's a lot different than me saying something or Joe Schmo to someone getting $1 million an episode. You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's You know,
especially when it comes to the mouse and $1 billion movies and all that other shit.
And with today's fucking temperature things, man, you know, it's like, you know, we just came through a year where people aren't friends anymore, where people are getting mad at each other because of different disagreements of who likes this and who wants that and who does this, who believes this and who believes that. You know what I'm saying? And then this is the world we're in right now. So, like, she definitely should understand it. Just, you know, it happens. Less of things have happened to other people that are gone now, as they say, gone. Right. You know, the snap.
I'm beginning to think honestly that this is all calculated. Like, she knew that this was going to happen to her, and because pretty quickly she announced like her and Ben Shapiro doing a thing together. So
maybe she.
I'll be right back, guys. Hang on.
Right. So I
the only way
she
would do that was by deading this.
Right. So I'm exactly. So I'm thinking that she may have already known this was going to happen, and so she decided to play martyr instead. Right. Now, for me, my heartburn about all this, and this is just my heartburn about all this, is I believe that they should have been, if as Disney as a company should have slapped all these other fuckers that were saying all sorts of incendiary shit that was under their employment. You know what I mean?
I agree with you 100% also.
Like Pedro Pascal was comparing, like, here's one of the things that pissed me off. Like, you can't, if we can't compare anything to Nazi Germany, then why do you keep calling everybody fucking Nazis that aren't Nazis?
What did Pedro say?
Like he was comparing, he had this meme that he was using. You've seen it before. There's the Confederate flag, and then before that was the Nazi flag, and next was the MAGA people. Now here's the thing. Well, I don't agree with the politics of a lot of these MAGA motherfuckers, right? It just kind of pissed me off that this guy was trying to lump all the people who support Trump under that same, generalized banner, which is not necessarily true. Now, again, I understand the energy of why people were going that direction, but at the same time, let's be fair. Just, you can't call a bunch of other people Nazis just because,
Well, here's the thing: if you lean a little bit right, you can't be labeled a Trump supporter. You get what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. They're slanging everybody into that one category. And that's just the temperature, man. That's the fucking way.
Dude, I get labeled a liberal with some of the stuff that I say, and I'm not a liberal.
I have liberal tendencies. I have liberal tendencies. That's that's me. I mean, but I'm also not crazy right either. I'm like, that's not,
I'm more independent than anything. I worked for a state representative who just so happened to be a Democrat. I've worked in that atmosphere, but there was things that they did that I just did not agree with. And that doesn't make me a liberal. You know what I mean? It doesn't make me a Republican. I'm right in the middle. I see stuff on both sides.
Yeah, 10 years ago, I never gave a fuck about politics. Politics wasn't even on the board.
But it's everything now, and it's everything now.
It's everything. That's the world now, and it never was like that until this bullshit.
Yeah, agreed. Twitter.
Left is bullshit, right is bullshit. Done.
It's all bull.
And here's the thing too. Now it's not enough.
Are you with family and friends and dead people? Come on, man.
Even if you didn't have a Twitter account. Say that you didn't even have a Twitter account, right? I think a lot of people would say that your silence is complicit. I'm like, fuck, can I just not get involved in the nonsense?
No, that's
up for Twitter. They have their terms and blah blah blah.
Right. But here's the thing with that, and I'm glad you brought that up because that is a good point. I do think there is times in your life that if you consider someone a friend, that you should speak up on stuff that hurts them. And
Agreed.
that's with everything. I'm that type of friend. If I know for a fact there's people trying to bully Dustmightz, for instance, I'm not gonna just
good luck with that
and allow that to happen. You know what I mean? I only use him because he got the loudest mouth. He's gonna defend himself. But what I'm saying is you gotta step in there at times. And there's so many people who just don't want controversy that they'd rather sit back and allow the thing to catch on fire. Why? When you have an opportunity to stop it.
Yeah. But the thing is, why do we crucify people who just don't want to be involved in any, in anything? Why?
Because it's either shit or get off the pot. Like either you're my friend or you're not.
And that's that's the problem too. Like not everybody, we saw a bunch of Indians like fighting to do that pipeline thing, right? But none of us, and although we feel for them, none of us went fucking there to do nothing about that shit.
Right, but going there and actually speaking up about it is two different things. Your platform is now, because we have social media, just saying 2 words is showing some type of support. And I'm not saying you have to do it for every single thing, but what I'm saying is, I'll give you a good example. I think that was actually a perfect example.
You're right. I get what you're talking about. What I'm talking about is like people who just don't have Twitter accounts in general.
Yeah, if you don't have one, then you shouldn't have to say anything. But as long as, but you ask, why do you crucify people who don't say anything? And I guess it's because I know for a fact I've done this to people, and for me, it's because don't say nothing to me after the fact. That's my biggest pet peeve. If you see something going left, jump in there and say something.
Why's it got to be left?
Yeah. You see something going left or right,
Or down the middle.
I don't know.
or down the middle.
You see something going
Jump in
on.
there and something. Don't wait until all this is over and a firestorm breaks out. You see the argument go 70 miles past what it has to, and then come to me to the side and say, and come to me to the side and be like, hey, man, I'm sorry, man. No, like, you do this all the time. You need to step up and say something. This is how we handle things. Sometimes some things need to be handled.
You remember when we first started this show, I said, when it comes to texting, things come out of text. When things get heated, put down your phone or stop texting and call. Because verbally, things turn totally different when people read it. Because when you're an aggravator or you're getting hot, you read something, every word is darts. They're all darts coming at you. You know what I mean? From someone else. When you're aggravated. You know what I'm saying?
And accountability changes from online to in person.
And then you act on that. And then the other person who's getting heated reads it like that. And they're now next thing you know, people leaving chats and fuck this guy, blocking this, do this, do that, the other thing.
Been there, done that.
And you could have just said, yo, bro, I don't know if you understand what I'm feeling. This is how I feel. And then when you hear the emotion in someone's voice, and how they talk, and how it is, things just, this is the problem. This is the problem right here. Everything in the world, see this? This right here. That's the fucking
it has taken us away from being able to handle.
I'm not going right. I'm going up.
The only reason I'm saying not to be so judgmental is because like we've all been in a fight. We've all been in fights before, right? And remember, like, and I'm talking about like groups, brawls, and shit, right? And you knew that there were some people who didn't want to be in that situation, forced into that situation. Just, you know what I mean? And I understand. For me, I understand that some people are just not built for
that's cool and all, but before we can even get to fisticuffs, that's when you step in and say, hey guys, we probably need to relax. And that's where the problem comes in. If you can get to that point, if you can speak up to somebody before that happens, that would make the world a better place. And that's why people get called out for not saying anything, because now it's you've gotten so far. This all could have probably been stopped if you just didn't sit on the sidelines.
Again, like I said, I don't think certain people are built that way, because a lot of people allowed Jesus to get his ass whooped and fucking murdered.
No, I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah.
So the moral of the story is put the shit down and talk.
This whole world is run by social media and fucking the internet.
That's true too.
Like, it's amazing how quickly we turned, how this changed. It just
remember when it was just about Transformers, and now it's.
I mean, but you know what? We're getting older. This is what old people do. When you get older, you start watching and listening to the news. Like I used to make fun of my grandfather and my uncle for sitting in the car listening to radio shows with guys talking. And I'm like, what are you doing? Play music.
Us now, by the way. We're
what are we doing down our cars when we drive?
We're modern day
idiot talking.
Modern day grandpas.
Exactly, guys. We are, I'm outside of my porch yelling at the kids for fucking playing ball in front of my house. I'm the guy that used to yell at us when I was back in Brooklyn on the corner for playing ball in front of his Snoop. I'm becoming that guy. We're done. Let's face it, we're old.
Yeah, we're getting there. We've become that guy.
If you're like late 30s and on, we're old.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna be fucking 50, bro. 50. 50. And I'm becoming that old guy at the end of the corner, dude.
Yeah. Well, speaking of throwback, did you guys see the new Justice League trailer? And
oh no, we segueing.
Yeah, man,
I love it. I'm not gonna lie. For me, I love to support that entire movement because it was the fans win. Like the fans won. You know what I mean?
But I didn't see all that was good, but just the fact that now we get to see Jared Leto in this movie, that may add a different dynamic.
Actually, I kind of like this dynamic, what he's doing with.
Remember, guys, this is if the things go bad, Jared Leto. Like it's gonna be apocalypse world, dream.
Yeah,
nightmare,
that's right.
Nightmare Jared Leto.
Oh shit.
It's not gonna be the regular Joker in that time frame because it's supposed to be part of the nightmare stuff, the dream stuff, the what if, what if Darkseid wins. You know what I mean? So
that's right.
All that could be wiped out. So whatever he's doing with him right now could be wiped out, But I'm dude, I've been behind this so far all the time. And like, here's the thing with me, and I know I said this before. I'm a Marvel guy. Always been a Marvel guy.
Same here.
Same.
So I'm that dude. Like, if they fuck up a Marvel thing, actually, I'm on my soapbox, bro. I love bitching about a Marvel joint. You know what I mean? And I'm to the point where I feel like I need to let it go with Marvel. But with DC, I was never a big DC fan. I only knew basics, Batman and this thing, and I never really collected, but I knew the basics watching the Superfans and getting a book or two, and you know what I mean? From friends talking and movies, or, early stuff. So I don't have that much like an anchor in the DC universe, but I'm okay with the stuff that they're doing because it doesn't hold too straight to my heart. And a lot of people get all fucking upset. I didn't hate Justice League. I thought it was okay. I thought it could have been a bit more. I knew that Snyder had a bigger vision, and a lot of people shat on Batman versus Superman because they didn't understand that was just another part, a chapter in the story that he was trying to tell. And when it was all said and done, now you're going to get why Batman versus Superman was like Batman was that way. They were setting the tempo to say. But that's why I don't really get super crazy when it comes to DC movies. And I think this is great. I'm very happy that he got to finish. It just tells you that there was a lot more going on. You know what I mean? At that
behind
time,
the scenes.
Yeah. And it's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good. I'm glad they brought him back. I don't like the way he looks a little too much like Heath Ledger, but then again, it's the Joker. You know what I mean? It's Heath Ledger's Joker looked like a certain era of comic Joker. So so everybody's saying, "Where's the fucking tattoos?" Like I said, this is a different. This is the nightmare Joker. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I remember the backlash for fucking Joker was so bad that I never seen so much vitriol on a take on Joker. And to be honest, I kind of appreciated that modern take on Joker.
In the Suicide Squad, right? Because it was supposed to be what's his name, the Robin. I thought they were basing it off the Robin.
Oh,
the Robin
snap!
Character.
So the one from the
that's why
Batman Beyond or something?
No, the one.
No, Todd, not Todd.
It was
is it
Todd?
Jason Todd.
Like I said, I don't. It was supposed to be Jason Todd, and in the storyline, Batman was supposed to knock out his teeth. That's why he's got the gold teeth, because he beat him up so bad that he had to get the fucking teeth. It wasn't the fact that he was trying to stunt with fronts like he's in the Wu-Tang or anything like that. It was he had them put in because Batman beat the fucking shit out of him, man. And I'm like, why didn't anybody pick up on that? How did I, a non-DC fan, pick up on people talking about that? And I was like, all right, this makes sense. This is Jason Todd. And this.
I mean, that's what I thought.
It's a different.
I did not understand that at all. I'm glad you brought that up.
It's not your regular Joker that we were already. Something happened to that Joker, and Jason Todd. Maybe Jason Todd, as the Red Hood, killed him in this timeline and took over the Joker moniker. I don't know. I don't know. But if you think of it like that, remember it's DC, multi-universe.
Yep. 50 million of them.
That's the only way.
And honestly, that's probably why there's so much brand confusion to the casual fan, bro. Because they're like, wait,
because they don't get it.
Multiverse.
That's the only way that I could go into a DC product and understand, because of the multiverses in DC.
Yeah.
All right. This is such and such. This is World 235. This is World 237. And I enjoy that because I liked watching some of the animated shows when they showed the different worlds and the different versions of these teams and stuff.
That was pretty cool.
I thought this is great, but also to me, as a comic book reader back in the day, Marvel really didn't do that much because Marvel really never painted themselves in a corner where they fucked everything up and they said, "Oh, redo."
Yeah,
that's true.
That was DC, but
they're doing very true.
But now Marvel's on the multiverse tip.
Yeah, it's so funny. Me and Des are looking at this and like, oh my gosh, they just copied DC.
But they hit on DC back
it works.
And now they're doing it themselves. But
it works. But it's crazy. It's crazy you guys mentioned multiverses and stuff because Kevin Smith has just did his new audio of He-Man's transformation for his version of He-Man. You guys get a chance to check that out at all?
No, let's
this
hear
fucking guy's a segue king.
Hey, I try to do what I can do.
Segue.
Try to do what I can do it. But it's pretty cool, man. I heard the audio. Lowry posted this in our group chat, and I thought it was pretty dope, man. I'm excited. It made me a little more excited for the show. It's different, but it's good.
It's a different take. It's like an updated version of it. Did you listen to it at all?
Mm-mm.
Dude,
I have not.
Dude, just to see the excitement in Kevin Smith's face when he was presenting all this, dude, it was like insane. He's like that all the time with everything. But like, you know,
Listen,
for our listeners and our watchers, unfortunately, we can't play it because we get a copyright strike
never mind.
from YouTube. But we will have a link sent out.
Yeah, we'll post it. We'll post
take a look at it.
It's not hard to find, people. Come on,
this is it's not.
We have these things in our hands all the fucking time.
Like I said, quit arguing on Twitter and listen to Kevin Smith's email.
Stop being left. Fuck the left. Fuck the right. Put the phone down and go up.
Yeah,
there you go. Right there.
We're
going up in 2021.
It is Valentine's Day, by the way, so go up.
Fuck that.
Hey, so Dust, remember back in the day we were talking about comedians and we were talking about Eddie Murphy and Dave Chappelle and how like we appreciate Dave and what he's done. How do you feel about him finally getting the licensing back to his name?
Here's the thing with me. You signed the contract years ago. Mm-hmm. It's a contract. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm happy that everything's back, but for him to get all crazy about this 20 years later, when he signed the contract and got paid to put a product out, that was the agreement. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right. You know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden, what is this like Darth Vader and Lando Calrissian? All of a sudden, you're changing the fucking. You want to change the contract? You know
the terms of the agreement.
Changing the terms of the agreement. This is not what I agreed to. But I mean, I'm very happy because I think at the time they didn't realize what they had and the actual comedic genius that he was, and I'm sure he wasn't paid properly. But honestly, man, a contract's a contract. How many times did I sign something for music that I work with and I got fucking shit out of? You get what I'm saying?
Boned, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. But I get
the way I understood that though is that it was the second contract that he didn't want to sign. Which is what put him in all of this hot water. And he was like, you know what? I'm out of here.
It wasn't the original. It was something that was brought to the table later.
It was the second one. Yeah, it was the second one.
So I guess it was their way of re-upping their license with him.
Right. And they said, we'll give you this percentage in Blu-ray sales. We'll give you this percentage in this, that, and the other, but we keep the name. And he was like, oh, no.
And that was
that's why the Chappelle show did not continue.
That's why I shouldn't speak on things I don't read.
That's why he did not continue on. That's why.
After season 2.
Yeah,
that's why. Season 2.
Yeah, so he was like, I don't want to do this, and everybody called him crazy.
But 20 years from now, what the fuck?
Well, now his issue now was that don't let this go back to don't put this out on Netflix because we're still in negotiations. Like they haven't paid me what they said it.
So he feels that he's still in negotiations from 20 years ago.
Yeah, and not like the royalties to this stuff.
Man,
it's also the principality of the thing because remember, HBO snubbed him when he presented.
Oh yeah, yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Because what the fuck do we need you for?
Right, and then it went over to HBO Max because it was on there for a little bit and it got snatched.
And then he asked them the same question. Well, what the fuck? Didn't you say what the fuck you need me for?
Here's the thing, guys. If you were a true fan, you would own the DVD sets and you could watch.
I did. I own the
DVD sets. I did. I have it digitally. I can watch it whenever I want to.
Absolutely love the Chappelle Show, man.
Those are so hilarious.
It broke the rules on everything.
Yes.
Everything. It showed you the left, the right, the up, the down, the fucking every angle, every multiverse, every mirror. It showed you everything in one package.
Now, what was your favorite character on the Chappelle Show?
Ron Biggums.
I like Leonard Washington, man. I like Leonard Washington. He would have the cigarette dangling. He did that Trading Spouses. And
that was really funny.
Oh God!
She made a snarky comment. He goes, "You better put your inside voice on, or you put your ass outside." Man. I always liked that the off-brand stuff. Like everybody was like, I like Rich Bitch. I like, everybody was like, Rick James. Yeah, I thought those skits were good. But it was always those off-kilter little skits that. I like the player haters, man. The player haters.
That was great.
That was hilarious.
That has a underwear with dick hole in them.
Yeah, I
And
remember
the
that
race,
shit.
the race draft. Oh my god, the race draft was funny too, man.
I forgot
I
about
was
that too. You
dying.
said that shit.
Guys,
Goodbye fried rice, hello fried chicken.
it was so wrong, but so good for everybody.
Yes,
You know what I'm
yes.
saying? You know what I mean?
Yep.
Everybody was on the same playing field. Whatever color or race or whatever the fuck you were, it was all.
It's almost like he was teaching us to not take ourselves so serious.
There you go. There you go. And that's why I agree. It's a pivotal point, and we need something like that fucking now.
Yeah, right now, big time, dude.
Can I tell you that's why I'm very disappointed in the way things have gone, just in the ways of the world now, because like I thought that humor was to make it so that everybody. Yeah, exactly what you said.
We're on the same playing field. We're all the same. It was but the people that don't get it, they look at it as this is racist, that's racist, this is offensive, this is unbelievable. How could he do that? You don't get it because you don't understand. You want your agenda. You want your side, you want your agenda. You want your side, you want your agenda. Mm-hmm. No, we want that fucking field open. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I would, dude, and you know what? And honestly, now that when you talk about it, like you get with people and you discuss things like this, good for him. I'm glad he's getting his fucking money now, even though he's a rich motherfucker. I'm rich, bitch, but you know, I'm glad. I think for him himself, he understands what he knows what product he was putting out.
Oh,
you know, him and his buddy, what's his name?
Neil.
And Neil, they know what they put out, and dude, they don't even fucking talk anymore, man. That's the killer.
But that's the reason why is because of the second contract, he basically said that he was crazy. He's the one who put out the thing saying Dave's crazy, and Dave was like, I ain't crazy. I know what the heck I'm doing. Don't tell me I'm crazy.
No, he did the smartest thing, man. He just backed out and disappeared.
And then came back, all right, I'm out. I'm out.
Yeah. There was so much good shit on that show.
Oh my god!
When they did the Real World, the Real World was
the Real World was hilarious.
Charlie Murphy was incredible,
dude.
Man.
I love Charlie Murphy, man.
Charlie Murphy was incredible, and then go back and watch the DVDs, like the outtakes and stuff like that.
Yeah, those are great too.
Yes.
It's leopard.
Yeah, man. That's something that the Chappelle show is gonna go down as a piece of comedy history, man.
I remember it used to come on Thursday nights, I believe, on Comedy Central.
On Comedy Central,
like 9:30. I used to because I used to work on Thursday nights. I used to have to fucking set my VCR. I used to set my VCR to tape it. This is how old it is, man. We had VCR,
it is,
and there was no streaming, and
I think that was high school for me.
I probably still have those tapes somewhere, man.
That was late 90s, right? Yeah. Like when that first came out. Wow.
That was that DMX era, man.
Yeah,
man. That was DMX 50 Cent era. You know what I mean?
Late 90s going into 2000s because Kanye was on there. Mos Def was on there. Wow.
That's what I loved about it too, man, because he loves hip hop. Dave loves hip hop so much.
Yes.
That he still pays homage, and he had people come on the show. Another thing is like when he had Questlove playing drums, and he would go to
the drums,
white people, Spanish people, everything. He's doing the Spanish, and he picks up the megaphone.
Dude, what was the one character? What was the one character? Oh shit! What the fuck was his name? He did like Nostradamus. What the fuck was it?
That was that was Mooney Damas. That was Mooney.
Paul
Mooney, man. Paul Mooney
trying to predict things on
man. Paul Mooney's a genius, bro.
Yes, he is. He
predicts the future using racism.
There would be no Richard Pryor without Paul Mooney, because Paul.
Oh my god,
he was fighting for Richard Pryor when he was in his prime, man. Man, if you don't get Paul Mooney and what he's doing and how he does it, oh man, you don't understand.
You don't understand comedy. Yep, you don't understand it, man. That's a fact.
Dude, growing up with like Robin Harris, Richard Pryor, and all them, Red Fox,
Robin
like, dude,
Harris.
oh my god.
Yep.
Eddie Murphy.
Man.
Oh my god, dude.
Eddie Murphy was in his 20s, early 20s when he was on SNL.
That is and that shocked the heck out of me when I heard that.
He did Beverly Hills Cop at 23.
Dude, I love those fucking films to this day. I love them to this day.
We're talking about doing a reboot for that too. I mean, I'm looking forward to coming up. Yeah, don't mess that up. I feel you.
No, see, Coming to America.
But hey, Coming to America is coming. That's a continuation. Yep.
PG-13.
Few weeks, right?
I
weeks.
know. I got some feels, but they PG-13 it because of streaming, bro. If it was in the theater,
that's it. They're gonna push the limit in it. They're gonna push the limit in it for sure.
PG-13s are now back in the day.
Dude, that shit in that fucking commercial when he starts talking about Wakanda started fucking cracking me up.
Yeah, it's not real. Wakanda's not a real
It's
place.
not real.
For some people, it is.
like the whole presentation of that movie when it first came out in the 80s, that was Wakanda. That's the Wakanda.
Yo, that's a fact.
When I used to read comic books, I'm like, yo, that's Black Panther.
This is what it looks like.
This is like 83 or 85 or 87, whatever the fuck movie came out. But, I mean, he had a lot of big hits, but then he had some really,
The Golden Child. Remember the Golden Child?
The child was dope. Do you know that child was a girl?
Yes. And did you see
that
her
wasn't
recently?
a boy. It's a girl. I saw some fucking article and they showed her growing up.
Yeah, I see her grown.
She was actually a chick. Yeah, a little baby.
Yep.
I want the knife.
Oh, dude, that was so fucking hilarious.
But you got to give him credit, man. He's had way more hits than he's had misses, and not too many people could say that.
Dude, that Pluto Nash was dumb or whatever.
That's
for me.
And then he had that era.
Harlem Nights, one of my fucking favorite films.
He had
ever.
that era where he had to step back because he did that shit, and and he had to.
Yeah.
Anything past Boomerang, I don't count. I treat it like the Jordan years in Washington.
But wait a minute. Good point.
Because to be fair, for as good as Hercules was, that to me that was the family friendly Eddie Murphy.
I didn't like that Eddie Murphy. The Nutty Professor era, I didn't like that. The stuff he came out with.
Eddie.
I like that 80s to like right to the end of the 80s. Eddie Murphy stuff.
Man, he had to go get that check. I ain't mad at him.
And no, I'm not mad at him either.
But here's the thing, though. He got the check, and it was
that was actually really good.
Well, because what's even better for me is like I knew who Dolomite was. I used to listen to the records. I know about it. So if you know the fiction and you know what's going on, that movie was
easy to follow along.
Wesley Snipes was fucking incredible in that.
Oh my god, man!
Yeah.
Incredible. And he's also going to be in Coming to America too.
Yep.
Dude, I'm in. I'm definitely in because when I watched the trailer, I got so many feels.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And I don't usually fall for that poppy new shit. You know what I mean? You guys, I kind of like, it's gonna suck, but I mean, I know the movie's probably gonna be trash, but it's
I'm
gonna
just happy James Earl Jr. is still around, man. They need to do another voiceover with him and Vader before he passed, man. He got to give us one more.
Better start banking some shit, man.
Yep, that's a fact. He's up there. Definitely up there.
Write a bunch of scripts and let them say every word in the dictionary, and then they can put it all together in fucking computer.
Yep, that's a fact.
They need to set him up on on Alexa or something like that. His voice.
He's on a Bible app right now, reading the Bible, and it's phenomenal. I'm like, this is soothing. I can go to sleep to this.
In the beginning.
And then you
Vader reads the Bible.
There will be no light. There will be dark
light. And then one lanterns came.
And there was dark. And they called that Starship. I don't know. I'm going nowhere.
I want to talk to
I'm trying to quote the Bible. Me.
No, man.
Here comes the lightning bolt.
I'll be that guy.
Well, you mentioned going nowhere, and this is something that I didn't think would take off the way it is, but it proved me wrong, man. Did you guys see the Cobra Kai line, the toy line that they have out, and the merchandise that they're putting out?
Nope.
Don't shake your head yet, Dust. This stuff looks kind of dope.
I'm making it.
I watched the first season. I haven't been there since.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Nice.
Gotcha. But these figures look dope. I don't know, but it's right on the Cobra Kai website, so I don't know.
I've got it up on here. I don't know. It's better than NECA, the ones they did.
Yep, it definitely looks better than the NECA stuff.
The way the chest is and all that. Oh, look at the head sculpt.
Mm-hmm. It looks good, man.
Angry LaRussa there, man.
And this is young. You can say, this is a young Danny.
Yeah, it's not the newer stuff.
Daniel, yeah.
But it's up for pre-order right now. You can get your Daniel LaRusso right from Karate Kid, the original movie, $44.95.
Dude, you could get Johnny too. Look at that.
Look at that double jointed elbow, man. Nice. I mean, I might give this a shot. Nah, I'm not. Let me stop because I don't need to buy nothing else.
The hype on the show.
You still got a bunch of Thundercats to get, bro.
They could get Yule and they got the pop.
Yule.
They'll get Yule with the pop.
Yep, they gonna get you with the pop for sure. But look at that set, dude.
That's kind of cool though. With the mat.
$84.95, and you get the mat. That's pretty dope.
You get $84.95 for separating elbows.
You're missing Ali. Ali's the only one missing in that entire situation.
Yo, I'm sure it's coming. But I think
dude, that's cool. Interesting. So look at this. Like on this picture, he's got a cloth outfit. But
hey, you can save 50% right now using the code presidents.
Yep. Right there. Check that out right at the top. 15%.
I'm sure when you guys release this, that code's going to be dead. So I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're saving money now, and you're not.
Good luck trying to do that shit.
I'm saying, you know what this means? I'm not even thinking about these things.
Let me tell you something really sad, right? That all the good ideas came from our time, and that's it. Mm-hmm. Nobody came up with anything.
Yeah,
that's everything nowadays. And this whole thing is. Everything nowadays is fucking reissues and redos and fucking, you know, reimaginings. It's where's the originality? I think Hollywood is so afraid to take a chance nowadays.
I think you're right on that with everything going on.
They'd rather just put their money behind something that's going to be all right.
That they know is going to do well.
It may not go crazy, but we know we're going to recoup and make a couple of bucks out of it. You know, that's why I enjoy independent movies. I really do like a lot of time, but even the independent scene is kind of dying out. I mean,
yeah.
The independent scene is kind of growing. The only problem is they're all going through different avenues, like that M company,
Project M or whatever it is. Yeah.
Where it's like people who are really like they kind of crowdfund movies these days. Yeah. And I like that kind of way. I mean, of course, it's cheaper and not nearly as. I'm down
to watch someone that made a movie on their iPhone and it looks really good because you could really do fucking.
Yeah.
Well, but you know, it just if it's an original story with original content and it grabs me, I don't care what it is. You know what I'm saying?
I
don't care if the acting is cheap or if the acting seems a little off. If the storyline and the emotions there, I'm in. You got me vested. You got to bring me into your world.
The problem is sometimes some of these movies are kind of like really odd. Like for example, Mandy. I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie.
Dude, that movie is way underrated.
I agree. I love it. It's with Nicolas Cage.
What's the one with Kevin James where he plays the fucking bad guy? Did you guys see that one?
That's recent. I didn't even know that was out yet.
Kevin James, he finally said, "Fuck it." He shaved his head. Finally, let it go. And he plays this. He plays this Nazi dude that escapes from jail, and has to go get the money that they had planted from a dude. He's a badass.
Oh, is it the movie Becky or something or no?
There it is. I'm sorry, Mandy, Becky, whatever it is, dude.
I gotta check that out.
Dude, watch it. It's Kevin. It's Doug Heffernan being a badass, man.
What outlet is it on?
I think I watched it
pretty much anywhere. I mean,
I watched it on Amazon. That's when I watched it a year ago, and I'm like, is that motherfucking Doug Heffernan? Doug Heffernan's a tough guy now. He's got tattoos and bald head. Yeah. He's all jacked and shit. Well, a little jacked.
It's called Becky. I'm on it.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's a pretty witty independent flick, man, and to see him being part of it, playing a badass like he is, it was
just
good.
The cover alone looks dark.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's not a comedy. It's not a guys, I'm on my fucking machine going through the mall type shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm in.
He looks like he's like a character for like an extra for like a fighting character game or some shit like.
Amazon Prime, the free. I got it on the free streaming site with Amazon Prime. So that was
nice.
I'm sorry, I segued.
No, you're good. You're good,
brother. You're good.
So what were you saying about Mandy Yule?
No, I mean it's just one of those. I like it, but it's kind of weird, and so that's the problem with independent films. It's very. Sometimes it could be a little too artsy for people, you know.
Well, especially like that movie Color Out of Space. That's fucking out there, dude.
Love that movie.
Well, dude, if it wasn't for independent films, we wouldn't have a Quentin Tarantino. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have.
That is true.
Yep. You know, all these guys that are coming up that are just like, you know, we wouldn't have a Guy Ritchie. You know what I mean? Shit like that.
Dude, I don't think I've seen a bad Tarantino movie yet. I mean, they've all been good and caught my interest.
Yep. It's always something about it, man.
That Pulp Fiction definitely changed the way I viewed movies. You know, it had that crazy impact on me. I didn't think that I would be so into like that kind of conversational, film.
Yep.
To me, a lot of it was nonsense.
Reservoir Dogs was for me, man. Once I saw that, man, I was like, I want to do that. I came up with screenplays and thought I was going to make the next. I worked with my buddy. Was sitting in the house chopping down screenplays and shit like that, and making little films and shit. But
now, Burgess, what was one of your favorite films of his?
Definitely Pulp Fiction. That is one of my. It's in my top 5 movies of all time.
Jackie Brown, man.
That's in my top 5 movies of all time. Followed up by Reservoir Dogs, which for me, with Pulp Fiction, that was the first time I ever seen him work the way he did in that movie. Like start at a point, work backwards, go bounce around, and then somebody was like, "Well, if you love that, you got to watch Reservoir Dogs." And I saw that and was just freaking blown away.
I'm
dude.
like you.
Crazy.
I watched it in reverse. I saw Pulp Fiction first before. I was in Japan, so I didn't have similar access to
a lot of people don't like his style of doing things like that. I love it. I love the way
I do. I love it.
A really good sleeper was the one he did with the one with the guys in the cabin, the 8.
The Hateful Eight. Yeah, that was a good one.
God, what a
Django Unchained was pretty good too.
Oh my God, Django.
Man. Oh, it's just like, here's the thing. He pays homage. People say he's stealing. No, he's paying homage because he's a film fanatic.
Yeah.
From the karate flicks to the spaghetti westerns.
He's
to
a
the
student of the game.
Flicks. Anything that came out in the 70s, late 60s into the 70s, he is a super duper fan of, and he likes to put that in. And I respect him for that because those are films that I like also. You know what I mean? So to me, it's all in all a perfect. And to find out that all this is containing in his own universe.
Yeah.
That's
John Travolta was the brother to Billy Madison,
Vic and Vincent Vega.
In Reservoir Dogs, they were brothers.
A lot of people don't realize that it's all connected.
Holy smokes! I did not connect the two until you said that.
Product placement, the cigarette company that he made, the alcohol with all the brands. It's all in the same universe. You know what I mean?
The conversations they're having were pretty funny too. Like, I got Tommy Chang in one ear and Madonna's big dick on the other.
And what's great about Reservoir Dogs, they had a script. He said, just do what you guys want. And a lot of it was improvised. You know what I mean?
That's good, dude.
And it was, you could tell the budget was low, but it was just so impactful. The story was, and that's when Keitel, when he ran out of money, Harvey Keitel was like, yo, here you go. We're going to finish this.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Came out of pocket.
It's funny you bring that up, man, because I honestly, when I saw that movie, I didn't think it was low budget. I just thought it's an older movie, but it had to be low budget because they only filmed in 3 spots.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 spots.
I actually just funny. I just watched a YouTube video of those guys go around the filming locations for certain movies. I just watched the filming locations for Reservoir Dogs, and it's just great.
It's crazy.
We went to and like. This part of the parking lot was this, but that part of the parking lot was that. And he was sitting in the cafe in the same spot they were sitting at. The archway is the same. The doors are the same. It's like, I want to eat that place. I don't think
go there. Some people have the same mystique with these kind of films like we did growing, like when we watched Pulp Fiction and we were into these kind of things, really thinking in depth about this stuff. I don't think I feel bad for these young cats. They don't.
Well, it's because they get it so fast. You got to also think about they have so many different. It's a microwave, so they just pop it in and it's done for them. We had to wait.
Did you guys ever? Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Dust.
No, I'm saying everything's fast food. You take it in, you shit it out. You take it. It's music. I always say that analogy for music, man. Everything like nowadays, it's fast food. You take it in, it tastes good, it's really good, then you shit it out, you forget about it, and you move on to the next. Yep. You know what I mean? There's no longevity in anything nowadays.
It's sad because other than Fortnite, they look at us and go, okay, boomer. Like,
Hey, get out of here with that shit, man.
So the other 2 films that I actually enjoyed a lot from him were Inglourious Basterds and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Ooh, that Hollywood flick was dope.
I've yet to see that.
Dope. That's when you realize that he was making an alternate universe.
Yes.
Because he changed history. He changed history into what he wants history to be. Sharon Tate didn't die.
Yeah.
It was supposed to be circled around the whole Sharon Tate murders and the
Manson family and all that. Yeah.
He flips it at the end and makes it his own.
Remember?
What's that?
What's that?
He also changed history in Inglourious Bastard.
Oh yeah, Inglorious Bastard.
Yep.
Yeah. So it all comes together, man. And like when I saw that one video on YouTube where like that this is a universe and the people are connected and things are connected and history is the same, and I'm like, dude, he could do whatever he wants now.
Yeah.
You know, LA,
He's built it.
The Hollywood movie, that was fucking awesome, man. I love that fucking flick. It's up
And
there.
he's not a bad actor either. On top of that, he's not a bad actor. He's not a great actor, but he's not a bad actor.
No, you know, well, I mean, Reservoir Dogs was great when he did the whole Madonna thing.
Yeah, he did good. And From Dusk to Dawn, he did good in that.
Yeah.
Oh, Dust to Dawn was, but
that was a good one.
That was him in with Rodriguez. That was them working together. He sold the screenplay for True Romance to a fund Reservoir Dogs. That funded Reservoir.
Oh wow!
What?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
No wonder the dialogue in that movie is very Tarantino-esque.
Yep, it's very Tarantino, man.
Remember the Grindhouse films that they did together too?
Yeah,
I would say that's probably not one of my favorite out of all of them, but it's cool because they paid homage to the, you know. But yeah, man, you know, now you know what? I got a whole week to go on a Tarantino rage.
There you go. There you go.
Tell you the one part about those Grindhouse things that got me really well is the intro, like the theater intro when they were showing the
the concession stand.
My heart was like, oh, that's awesome.
Well, you know what they say, guys. All good things must come to the end, and we have had a heck of a discussion today on our show.
Yeah, we did.
All right. Well,
It's that time. It's that time, guys. So let's get ready to.
It's like a bad rash.
No, you're good, man. Let's go around StreamYard, man. Let's get some shout outs somewhere you at, and let's get ready to get out of here. Let's start with our special guest, Mr. Eddie Dustmightz.
Yo, what's up, everybody? My name is Dustmightz, MIGHTZMOUSC. You can find me on Instagram at Dustmightz. Eddie Dustmightz in the Facebook group. Slide over to Bandcamp. Go listen to adult music. Let me know what you
give a tip.
It doesn't matter. If you hate it, tell me you don't like it. I don't give a fuck. I've been getting hit up all night, man. The album's great. I love it. I just cooked dinner with my wife and blah blah blah. And I'm like, all right, great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate the support. I appreciate everybody that enjoys the music. Music has been a real big passion for me, and I'm pushing it hard this year. Don't forget, you know, everybody knows Realm of Collectors, Enter the Realm, all the other shows on the network. One Too Many Podcasts. Check that out. It's me, Frogman, and Beans talking some shit, hanging out. Nice. Regular day shit. I try to keep the nerd shit out. I try as hard as I can, but every once in a while, the nerd shit comes in. I try to push it out. We just recorded a great episode yesterday with my buddy Rob Natural. He's an MC producer that I worked with from the early 2000s, and we're getting back together and working together again. It was great to have him on the show. I'm going to finish editing it as soon as I'm done here, and I'm trying to get it up tonight. So thank you guys for having me on here. I'm sorry it took so long to get here. COVID sucks. You know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to, you know, my main thing for 2021, especially the second half, is to reach out and be a magnet. You know what I'm saying? Like the old, I want us to be firing on all cylinders and everybody to be.
Hell yeah!
I'm gonna search for people. Where have you been? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be that dude. So watch out. Watch out.
Good stuff. Good stuff, man.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Thanks, guys. I had a great time. I'm sorry.
Thank you for popping on, dude. I appreciate it.
You're taking over. Vacation. Yak mites when the beers kick in.
It's a Dustpalooza.
right.
That's what's up, man. Yule, what about you, bud? Thanks for coming back.
Thank you. You guys can find me at Coco Smooth at Instagram and Coco Smooth 619 at the YouTubes. Honestly, I really started only doing this stuff recently because
it's great to fucking talk to you, man. It's been a minute, man. I love
likewise,
brother.
Yeah.
A long time.
Likewise. Because I started to fear for my own like legacy. Like I don't have any kids. I'm by myself, and I want and the one thing I didn't want to do is die and be in nothing. You know what I mean? Like,
man.
So I started to put, a little bit of me out there, and I'm hoping, like in the future, if people still look at stuff from back in the day, they just happen to see that speck of dust. That's my channel in YouTube. They'll see what some Filipino in San Diego was about in the year 20 whatever. If the world, the world is still around, right?
In the year 2000.
Dude, you should do comic shit, man.
I do. I
He's
believe it or
doing
not,
it.
I do
He's doing it.
comic book day on
Yep.
on Wednesdays. I'm going to start doing reviews, but see, here's the problem is I'm torn between mint condition and actually reviewing, reading the material. So
Yeah.
but I'll get to it though. Eventually I will start doing actual.
Post it in the realm.
Yeah, and and I want to say I'm toy detox, but we hardly ever do anything. But but when we do, it's dope. And the sad part is we record, but we don't ever push any episodes out.
You're only quarterly podcast out there.
Yeah.
But shout out to my guys over at Toy
Detox. Yeah, shout out to those guys. I don't even know who did it anymore.
Thanks for coming on again, Yule. Thanks for coming in and filling a spot this week. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where you at, Wolfie? Where you at, Wolfie?
Yeah, my name is Wolfit. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. You can find me at Instagram as Jason Lowry. Hardly ever use it, but I try to. You can find me in the Facebook groups. Also the same thing, Jason Lowry. You can find me in the realm also on the Facebook page and everything else. Be sure to check that out. A bunch of great guys and a lot of our friends over there. Be sure also to check out my wife and the ladies Thursday evenings on the Total Package podcast on YouTube and all your favorite.
You got a great intro song, man.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah, shout out to that man Dustmightz on the beat.
That's right.
Sorry. Toot music.
But yeah, that's pretty much it for me this week. So what about you, Eric B?
Yo, you can find me, your boy Eric B, in your Facebook groups, Eric and Siobhan Burgess. You can also find me on Instagram, Mr_EW82, where I do my toy photography. You can find my wife, myself, and our board steadily putting in that work, as they say, in the world of sickle cell, doing our best to bridge the gap between sickle cell research and care for Kennedy's Village. Boop. Got it right. But yeah, you can also find us as that organization, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Currently, we are doing a raffle where we are raffling off a laptop, and we're a little over halfway there for the spots to fill. So if you need a brand new laptop, go on over there to Kennedy's Village on Facebook, put your name down, buy a spot, and let's get this raffle filled up. It's been way too long, so we got to get this one going. Special shout out to Mr. Dustmightz for joining us, the ROCfather himself.
Thank you guys. Had a great time.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
thanks for joining us, dude. Thanks for joining us. He is the ROCfather of the Realm of Collectors. So if you are a collector and you don't like the bull crap that happens in other groups, come on over to the Realm of Collectors. It is a safe haven. It is a place where you can hang out with other like-minded people, where you can kind of see what other people collect, enjoy other people's collections, as well as get some information on some new stuff that you may be looking for as well. So I've been there for about 4 years now myself, and it's been nothing but the best. So come on over there, check us out, Realm of Collectors. And also they got merch, realmofcollectors.com, right, Dust?
I guess we still have some banked shirts up there through Teespring. The link is on
nice.
the website. I want to get some new shit out, but it's like with no meetups.
Yeah, man,
it's kind of hard, right?
Like we all like to buy the new merch and meet up, and everybody looks so fresh and clean. We all
man.
Merch, but,
we out there looking like a big fraternity.
Honestly, I think we definitely do need a little refreshing and something different. So, man, I'm gonna talk to our merch guy.
Yeah, man, you got it, guy. You got it, guy. That's what's up. And with that, guys, the nerds have spoken. We are out of here. Peace.
Catch you guys next week.
Time to nerd up. I'm getting paid twice.
He's like, time to get the fuck out.